Hello there, welcome to the stream and also to the video. This will be posted on YouTube as well as on Twitch. My name is Stu, this is Stu with FM. We play Football Manager here and we're going to be playing with Liverpool, as we have been since I started streaming again. So we're going to be going with Liverpool. I'm just going to turn the music down so slightly. I don't quite know whether it's going to be too loud or not, but just adjust it just for the sake of doing it. There we go. But yeah, we're going to get underway with Liverpool once again. Hopefully we have a lovely time. Last stream started off really well. It didn't go badly at any point, but some of the results were a little bit skew-if, shall we say. They weren't quite as good as we were hoping that they would be, but we did get we got the results we needed, but the performances weren't as good as we thought. So today is going to be about getting back to those good performances and being able to smash teams, whether they're big or small, because we were actually really good against the bigger teams in the last stream, but it was the smaller teams that were a bit of a problem, and we don't want that problem to rear its ugly head again. So yeah, we'll just have at it and see how we do in today's video. Fingers crossed we do a bit, carry on with how we started last time, and we carry on with that rather than drop it down. But that's enough waffling from me. Let's actually get to the game itself, shall we? Let's go. Here we go. It's not picked up the game. What's going on? There we go. That just took a moment. Mildly concerning, but there we are. We're there now. We're there. That's the main thing. Right. So, just as a reminder, last time, where were we up to? Well, as you can see, we are doing rather well. We had that kind of amazing 3-game run where we didn't concede a goal against Atletico Madrid, Chelsea or Manchester United, so it's going very well. Champions League, we had a wobble against Galatasaray, 0-0, but away from home, that's not a terrible result. It's a little bit disappointing. Then we beat Brentford 3-2 and Leyton Orient 3-2. Those are the ones where I was a little bit like, Brentford I can understand. Leyton Orient, there's no excuse. We did rotate a little bit for that one, but I mean, we still had a very, very strong squad overall, so just a bit of an underperformance from ourselves. Now, today we do kick off with a game against Aston Villa, and then following that, we've got Bodo Glimt. I've got no idea whether I pronounced that correctly. Apologies to any fans of that club if I haven't. But today we have got 2 really big games. Man City, Real Madrid. We are aiming to finish out the month of November, so let's see if we can do that, shall we? Let's hit that continue and let's go. I have also finally done proper set-piece tactics. I've done it for my Birmingham City save over on YouTube, which I'm just seeing whether my chatbot is working with that. It doesn't look like it is, which is not ideal. So let me just have a quick look at that and make sure that that is working as it should be, because at the moment it doesn't look like it is, which is not great. Why is that not worked? It's a bit of detective work. Detective Stubo on the case. Quick check. Just loading up my stream on my phone, just so I can troubleshoot it more than anything, because that's a little bit weird, because I set that up earlier and it should be working. Right, back to dashboard, let's have a look. Cloudbot. Because the Cloudbot is not on, that's the reason why. If you turn the Cloudbot on, the Cloudbot's got more of a chance of working, hasn't it? Right, let me try that again. Oh, still not working. Excellent. Right. I'm doing the right thing, aren't I? Yes, I am. One more time. There we go. That's working now. There we go. That's a link to the Birmingham City save. And that is a link to the YouTube channel. And that is a very quick update on what this save is all about. I'm aware you can't see that on the actual stream itself, so if you're watching this on YouTube, that made no sense to you. I might edit that bit out of the YouTube video, to be fair. But if you're watching live, you've got the chat bit just there. In fact, should I turn the chat on for the time being? The problem is with the chat, there's not really anywhere I can find that's a good place to put it on this game, no matter what colour the text is. So I think we'll probably go without it. And for now, we'll pretend it doesn't exist. Right. Well, mystery solved, that is now working. Let's get to that Villa game, which is going to be on the Saturday. I was just thinking, should I rest 1 or 2 players? I might rest a couple of players, actually. Let's have a quick look at how tired some of the lads are. Not overly, to be fair, but we will have a bit of a precaution. Feels like the sensible thing to do. I've gone too many there, really, haven't I? I haven't got a match load on this screen, which is fine. Not a lot of happy players at the moment. I'm not entirely sure the reason for that, so we'll probably have to address that when we get to it. At the end of the whiles. If we keep winning, we'll win them over. Right, so tactically, where were we at? Well, we'd gone back to this, and this had been working, but then we just were struggling to get over the line in that last game. Now, in possession, we are exactly that. Out of possession, we are this, which is fine. I'm quite happy with that. These guys drop back. Now, I don't know whether he should be dropping back or not. Whether I maybe keep Wirtz further forward. Or do we... I think I've toyed with this before. Do we go something crazy like this? Have 2 central midfielders and 2 defensive midfielders, rather than having one drop back into the defence, because we don't necessarily need to do that. Maybe something like that, which means the combined one looks a little bit funky, but it's fine, it works out. Yeah, I'm not unhappy with that. Right, the only thing I do want to do is out of possession. We need these guys to be pressing. Over Astra, thank you very much for joining the stream. Yeah, no, I absolutely will do that. I've got no problem with doing that, mate. Not a problem at all. Give me a minute to do it. But yeah, not a problem at all. But welcome. Thank you for coming into the stream, and thank you for leaving a follow on Twitter. If you want to leave a follow here as well, I wouldn't say no to that, but do what you are comfortable with. But thank you very much for joining in with the stream. Right, so what was I going to do? We want you to be pressing out of possession, so let's make sure that you are... Wrong thing. Actually, no, that is the right thing. There we go. Brilliant. So, got you pressing, which is great. Don't necessarily want you hard tackling or anything like that, so we'll leave him as that. And then we want Wirtz doing exactly the same. Just being a pressing machine. The strikers are doing the same as well. They weren't doing it before. He's already doing it, which is great. CK is already pressing. Isaac, can we drop him back? But he is also going to be pressing as well. Lovely stuff. Exactly what we want. No, by the way, I've just done the follow for you. Man of my word. Man of my word. Right. So we've got you pressing, we've got you pressing. The fullbacks, I do want them pressing, but I don't... It's going to sound weird. I want them pressing, but I don't want to be pressing fullbacks. I want them to kind of do it as part of... Not like as part of their role, but additionally to their role. Let's do that. Do that. That's great. And the centre-backs, I kinda... I'm happy with them just going standard still. That's no problem. And then... You can't really do anything with yourself, that's okay. Right, let's change things back. So we want Alisson back in. Frimpong was great last time, so I've got no problem with keeping him in the side. Let's have a look. So Hinselwood can come out for Endo. Who didn't play well? The strikers didn't have the best of games. We did rest Mo Salah. He will obviously be coming back in. He will be starting. Will be him and Isak up front, with Verts playing just behind them, which is a godly trio. We just need to get them playing like that. So Bosley we need to bring back in as well. Who can he go on the bench in place of? They only didn't have the best of times. Don't really want to drop him out. Chiesa's the obvious one to drop out, but I think we might give Gakpo a bit of a break off of there, just because Chiesa can cover those two positions. To be fair, so can Gakpo, but we'll do that. And then Curtis Jones will... Do we start him? We could start him, to be fair. He had a good game. He did have a good game, so we might give him a chance. That feels like a... Yeah, that feels like a smart thing to do. Okay, so in and out of possession we look like that. It's not that much cover out wide. I mean, I could have these guys being wide coverers who also press. Yeah, we'll give that a go. We'll give that a go. We can tweak it if we need to. Go for that to begin with. What's this second set of formations? I was toying with this, wasn't I? Well, I'm not going to do that for now. We're going to leave it as is. With that. We're going to drop down to positive as well. We don't need to be attacking all the time. That's what's going to do us in if we do that. Right, so passing directness, standard. I think maybe we up the tempo a little bit. I think let's go more to standard. Yeah, we'll do that. Creative freedom. In fact, we're not much of a counter-attacking team, so I'm going to take counter-attacking off, actually. We're going to be dominating most of the teams that we have, so it doesn't feel like it makes a lot of sense to do that, actually. We'll encourage dribbling. I'll leave these for the time being. Low crosses has been working for us. Sporting runs, I think that's already set up to be overlaps. It is, yeah. Overlaps on both flanks, which is great. Dribbling, we're encouraging. We're progressing through the middle, obviously. I'm looking to pass into space where there is space, and then these ones are going to be fine. Play through the press. Again, I don't know necessarily whether I agree with doing that all the time, so let's get rid of that. We're going to be short goal kicking to the centre-backs, and we're distributing quickly, just to try and catch other teams on the hop. Brilliant. And then this is how we're going to be looking in defensive. So remember, this far forward, this is how we'll look. In the middle, see, Isak kind of cuts into here, so it goes a little bit squiffy here. And maybe, do we change Jones's one to a central midfielder? How does that affect that? Barely affects it, doesn't it? It barely affects it. So I'll leave it as it is. There's no guarantee that Isak will be dropping into there. So we'll keep that as that. Have two wide covering central midfielders. Right. Out of possession. Let's just go back through these. So we're high pressing. We're going much higher. Do we want to high line or balance? We'll go with balance for now. We're still triggering the press quite a bit. Makes sense to me. We want to be kind of surrounding teams. We won't go with get stuck in just at the moment. We're trapping teams outside, which is fine. Goalkeeper distribution. We're going to try and make sure that they're going long. Again, outside is fine. And we're looking to stop those crosses. But you know what? We'll go to balanced on that one. Cool. Okay, I'm happy with that. Or relatively happy anyway. I'll let you know whether I'm happy with it. If it works. That'll be the decider. As it stands, we're currently second. Arsenal do have that 7-point gap, which is annoying. but we're going to look to try and minimise that as much as possible. We're just going to have to try and keep with them up until, obviously, we get to the point where we play them again. And when we play them again, we really need to win that one. That's the real truth of it. Now, I did this in my Birmingham City saver. I hadn't looked at staffing. Let's just have a quick look and make sure we've got enough of everything. So, got loads of scouts. Way too many scouts, if anything. Right, let's get some sports scientists in. Let's get a few more coaches in as well. I think I might have already done that one, actually. Let's have a quick look. Delegation for staff. Am I hiring? Or I delegated it? You know what, we'll take control of that one. Take control of those. So we can get some more staff in. Because it wasn't really happening, was it? It's actually not letting me do it, which is quite funny. Well, maybe it's ongoing. At least we've looked at it. At the very least we've had a look at it. That's this Villa game. Let's have a check in a moment where they are in the table. So Villa currently 9th, 14 points. So only 6 points behind us though. So although there are a fair few places down, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Let's not take that for granted. Okay. Let's go into squad. Look at opposition. So figure a press when Digne has the ball. I don't know how I feel about that one. We are going to hard tackle Yuri. We're going to show John McGinn to his weaker side. Going to hard tackle Morgan Rogers. Going to hard tackle Jadon Sancho. Going to pop Jadon onto his weaker foot. We're going strong on Ollie, and we're going to pop him onto his weaker side as well. And then my usual thing, I'm going to press the centre backs as well as the goalkeeper. I make a mistake with them. Feels like a sensible thing to do. Okay, this is the first game of the stream. It is Aston Villa. It's only taken us less than half an hour to get to this one, which feels like a bit of a record to me. It is going to be Alisson in goal. We're going to have... Why is Joe Gomez there? Oh my word, Virgil. Get back in. Oh, nearly made an error there. Actually, as well, Kirkes can come out for Robertson. He made a couple of errors. So, Alisson's in goal. That wasn't an error. Then we've got Van Dijk and Konate as centre-backs, Frimpong and Robertson as the wing-backs. Then we've got Endo as defensive midfielder, with McAllister and Jones and Wirtz as the trio ahead of him. And our strike partnership of dreams, it's Mo Salah and Alexander Isak, who started the season quite well. Remember, Isak has had an injury, which is why his goal return is so low. He's now back to form, but he's still getting used to the club. Because remember, he is new to the club as well. We're going to stick with everything else that's on here, I think. I think we're happy with that. We'll see how we get on. It is what it is. And I do need to mention as well that if you are enjoying what you're seeing, whether you're watching this as the stream or if you're watching this on YouTube, then easy way to show your appreciation. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a like on the video and hit that subscribe button. Both are free. You're just going to make me happy. What's not to love about that? And if you're watching this on Twitch, drop a follow if you're not following already. Again, would make me delighted. Okay, let's get into it. So, let's say that one. Motivated a bunch of them. And we'll just go around and say that as well. Right. Let's see what we can do. Game time. Fingers crossed. We can start this stream the same way we started the last one. That is the plan. Whether the plan works or not is another matter entirely. But you can only try. And again, still warping through the wall that's over there, which is still quite funny to me. Very, very funny indeed. Right, kick things off, shall we? Liverpool versus Aston Villa. Of course, this fixture in real life ended with a Liverpool win. Does hurt me that we're going to be looking to beat my boys today, but we are going to be looking to beat my boys. So, see whether we can do that. Giving Villa an early chance there with a free kick, but it looks like we are having a good amount of action in their half. It's Robertson with the corner here. Whipping it in. Going to find anyone. Balls to Curtis Jones though, into Wirtz. Wirtz into Jones. He's gone for a world. He's hit the crossbar there. Great effort from Curtis Jones, but it is unfortunately not going to go in. It's led. Villa's having a counter-attack, although they've really stuffed it up. Big ball forward there for Robertson, but the highlight ends, so obviously nothing doing with that one. Right, Mo Salah into McAllister. Over to Jones. Jones got the nod today purely because he had such a good performance. Even though we didn't play well against Leyton Orient, he was a very, very good performer in that one. Frimpong gets past Jadon Sancho beautifully there. Goes for the shot. I tell you what, I've forgotten to tell these two to shoot less often. That's you. Do the same with Robbo as well. They're getting on my nerves. Hopefully that'll stop them doing that. I'll add that. Apparently that wasn't added. I'm sure I'd already done that. We'll get rid of that one. Don't mind us having the occasional long shot. It's more about who has them. Right. Just harangue them here, boys. Hey, we're pressing them into having to pass it around, which is nice. Bit better pressing. Wonderful from Curtis Jones. Make that pass into Mo Salah. That's got to be 1-0. What a save from Emi Martinez. What a save from Emi Martinez. That is exactly what I've been wanting to see from our pressing, and that was beautiful. Right, Wirtz is going to go short here to Mo Salah. Back to Wirtz. Into Curtis Jones. Tries to get it through the crowd twice. Doesn't quite work out. Big ball forward, but they've got no one up, and Frimpong is going to come back forward with it. Right, into Van Dijk. Frimpong has got support behind him. Goes back to Van Dijk, who I thought was waiting for Frimpong to make the run there. He actually didn't see the pass, though. And we're just consolidating possession here and getting everyone back into position, which is a smart thing to do. Endo just launched it forward to Robertson. I tell you what. Oh, Frimpong. What a pass that was from Robertson. I've got no idea what he was thinking there, but it caused absolute chaos. Absolute chaos. Really good start from us. We're just struggling to put the ball into the back of the net. I'll tell you what I am going to do. Let's pop ball into the box and work it, and we are going to discourage long shots just at this point. Let's get some more of these shots on target. Let's get the ball in around Mo Salah and Alexander Isak. Right, possession well into Villa's half here. McAllister. Frimpong goes back to Virgil. Frimpong now goes back to Virgil, and all the way back to Alisson here. No problem with that. He's well out of his goal though. He's well out of his goal. He's well out of his goal. What is he doing? Oh. What was Alisson doing? He's got the pass wide there. He had the pass there waiting. We've been all over them, and it's a silly goalkeeping mistake from Alisson. This is where I wish I could shout at players, because I would be shouting at him. Oh my word. I'm livid. Right, can we get a goal please, boys? Because that's made me really angry. Right. Go on then. Right, Wirtz to Jones. Isak, Wirtz, Salah, Jones, lovely passing, and that is more like it. Curtis Jones makes it 1-0. 1-1 rather. I wish it was 1-0. It's not. I mean, it's bittersweet because it should be 1-0. We shouldn't be making such a silly defensive error. And now I don't trust Alisson in this game. Don't get me wrong, he's a good enough goalkeeper that I trust him in general, but I don't trust him in this particular game now because of that error. I mean, realistically, with how we played, we should be more than 1-0 ahead instead of 1-1. But if we can get a goal before half time, I will feel much better about everything. Right. Robertson doing good work there. Into Jones, back to Robertson. Gonna find Endo. Oh, Endo! Oh, Endo! I mean, fantastic. That alert isn't playing, which is really annoying. Let me try that. Oh, 2-0, that's why. What a player. Fabulous. And that puts us ahead as we should be. Utter dominance. They've had one shot and it was due to a goalkeeping error. Right. So we'll say that one. We've got to have a chat with Alisson. What I'm also going to do is, in possession, he's a ball-playing goalkeeper. I mean, I don't necessarily want to change that because he's a very good ball-playing goalkeeper normally. Can we change anything? Dribble less. We're going to have him dribble less after that. We'll have him dribble less. And obviously he's an incredible goalkeeper, so keep him with standard. Let him continue to make decisions on that. But we'll have him dribble less. Now, Jeremy Frimpong's actually not had as good a game as I thought he's had. It's probably due to those missed chances, but we'll leave him for the time being because I think he's going to be absolutely fine. We have got options on the bench should we need them, but I don't think we do just at the moment. So I think we'll leave things as they are. We'll just go into the second half and let's just see if we can add a third early doors. Because other than that one chance, they've not really bothered us. And that was completely self-inflicted by us. So, unless they really pull their finger out and start to kick on, I don't think we've got that much to worry about. That feels like famous last words. I might have just jinxed myself there. Right, we have a throw-in. Frimpong to take, gets to McAllister. That's Frimpong. Whipping it in. Looking for Isaac, couldn't find him. Endo's there, though. Into McAllister. Tell you what, I don't mind that as a shot. That looked spectacular. Very, very unfortunate. Frimpong is tiring, so I think we are going to be making that change any moment now. Right, let's do it now. Frimpong off for Connor Bradley. And I am also thinking in terms of how to play today. Maybe we give a rest to Isaac. Because he's not really showing it. I mean, I tell you what, I'm going to change it to a channel forward. Let's give him a little bit longer. Because they technically is better position. So let's go with the channel forward. And let's just see whether that sparks him into life a little bit more. Hopefully it does. Villa have had another shot now that wasn't completely self-inflicted by ourselves, which is good. Right, highlight. We're in possession. Well into Villa's half again. Robertson is tackled by John McGinn. He's not ideal. Isaac doing some really good tracking back there, which is good to see. Right, Tillemans now. Into Kamara. Can we get the ball off of them? Watkins. To Buendia. Oh, he's got an equalised Buendia. Right, they've deserved that one. That was very good. Tell you what, our defence is leaky. It is leaky. Who is that? Van Dijk. Van Dijk's to blame there. He's come forward. He didn't need to. That's left us in a sticky situation now. We really can't afford to drop any points. And here come Villa now all of a sudden. Buendia. Good to see he's having a resurgence in the game as well as in real life. Right, long ball to Isaac. Isaac keeping possession nicely. Gets it to Robertson. Don't know how much you knew about that, but he gets to him. Right, what a pass that is from Isaac to Florian Wirtz. And we're back ahead. Wonderfully done there. Wonderfully done. Oh, such good work down that left-hand side. Isaac, what a pass that is, by the way, to Florian Wirtz. Two players who've not had the best of starts this season, but slowly but surely we are starting to see the best of them. To be fair, but actually no, Isak did have a good start, but then he had a minor injury which kind of scuppered him a little bit, so probably being a bit unfair on him, to be honest. John McGinn's really having a shocker. He's really having a shocker. Right, can we just go ahead by another goal? It's another 3-2 I've just noticed, by the way. Another 3-2. Right, big ball forward. Konate wins the header. Jones now into Salah. Salah into Wirtz. And Wirtz makes it 4. That's more like it. Turning things around properly now, which is good to see. Lovely stuff. Beautiful. If we get a 5th, that'd make me even happier. Right, Bradley. Back to Virgil. You have to remember as well, our in-possession tactic is quite offensive, so we are going to give up chances every now and then. I think the disappointing thing today is that we've given up so few chances and they've scored 2. I mean, obviously the first one was a complete anomaly. Salah, Bradley, Wirtz. Wirtz is so unselfish there. He could have gone for a hat-trick, but he's got it to Isak, who, to be fair, with that pass deserved a goal and has now got one, and it is 5-2. We've gone ahead now, like, fully. That does make me feel a lot better about things. A lot better about things. Beautiful. Right. Substitute clock. Have a look at what we've got. Only made the one change so far, so let's have a look at the tired legs out there. Got a few, haven't we? We have got a few. I'm just thinking. There's a lot of complacent people on this bench, and I'm not very happy about that. Everyone's at full fitness other than Chiesa, so really it should be Chiesa who comes on. So I'll tell you what, we'll bring him on for Mo Salah, who does deserve a goal, but we'll bring him on for Salah. And I'm going to take McAllister off for Gravenberch or Szoboszlai. Go with Gravenberch. I've still got a couple of changes left. We don't need to make all of the changes, that's the thing. It's always tempting when you've got substitutions to make them all, but you don't need to. I don't like the fact that Digne is over a free kick. I don't like it. I don't like it. A bit lucky there. Oh, Buendia's got a shot. Quessan scored. We haven't defended that well at all. And it's 5-3. We're still winning, but we haven't defended this well at all. And it's hit the post. Isak's cleared it really poorly. And then Buendia's just got it through the crowd of bodies into Van Dijk. It's a poor header from Van Dijk. He's not had a particularly good game, Van Dijk. He's on the 7.1. I don't really know how he's on the 7.1. Alisson's having another shocker with that one. It's fine. It's one bad game. Alisson has been solid all season, so I'm not too concerned with him. Especially because we've got the firepower to do that. But it's not great, really, is it? I do probably need to have a chat with him after this game. Right, we'll bring on Kirkaz the final few minutes. Gravenberch has not had a good start. Bring on Gomez for Konate. Say that one. Okay. Offensively, it's one of the best performances we've had in some time, which has been good to see. By the way, Lewis32348667, that's a lot of numbers to mention with your name, but thank you so much for the follow. It is much appreciated, man. Really appreciate you joining the stream, really appreciate you leaving a follow. Ollie Watkins with the shot there that goes to nothing. Those wide areas we are going to be more exposed in, because although we have got fullbacks there, in possession they're playing as wing backs, so they're having to track back. There is going to be a bit of gappage there. It is what it is. I mean, that's probably the argument for having Endo drop back to be a defensive midfielder, isn't it? Sorry, to be from a defensive midfielder dropping back into a centre-back, but we're not doing it just yet. At the end of the day, we've won the game. We've been dominant in attack. Defence, we still need to work on. I think the defensive side of things is the bit that I'm not necessarily as completely up with on FM26. However, Alisson did have a poor game. And had he not conceded that howler of a first goal, what would have happened? It's a good question. Is Bertic fit now? He is. He's only 2-star, but he's never let me down. He's a good championship player. I mean, we'll keep an eye on him because he could come in for the occasional game. Definitely worth keeping an eye on him. Right, when's our next game? It is into November. Photo glimpse. Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. Give everyone the next day off. Everyone who needs the day off, the next day off. Everyone already fully fit? Wait, what? How is everyone fully fit? I just played. Oh, okay. Well, I ain't gonna complain about it. I know everyone's fully fit. I'm not entirely sure how that works, but I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it. I don't know. Am I? I do need to talk about Florian Wirtz's performance, by the way. For someone who has really struggled, that was really, really good in goal. And his performances are getting better. 7.81 in his last 5. That is a huge step up from where he was at the start of the season. A huge step up. Right, is everyone still fully fit? No, they're not. Okay. Perhaps it hadn't updated. That's fine. Fine. Get you guys rested for a day. We do need to have a chat with you. Good. Nice. He knows. That's all we can do. We can make him aware of it. Hopefully, he learns from it and we move on. Right, have I got training sorted for the next few weeks? A quick look. No, let's get that sorted then. It's 2 game weeks. Let's pop it on that one. Let's double check it. So set pieces. Change you to chance conversion, as we normally do. So that's fine, that's fine. Recovery. We'll change this to stick with chance conversion. That's kind of my favourite one to go with. I am tempted to throw a goalkeeping one in somewhere, but I really want set pieces because we have just put their set piece routines in, so we need to get good at them. Defending engaged, attacking direct. Tell you what, I'm going to change this to attacking patient because we are going to have to really earn our pay getting through them, I think. Yeah, we'll have to go with that. And then let me just get training sorted for that week. It's a dead week, so we'll just do training 1 week. Oh, my pre-season one's gone. Oh, we'd already done pre-season when I added these in. That's where they've gone. They've never been there. Right, so we'll just add in a general tactical and match tactics into that one. Then for this one, do a overall quick cancel as well, because that's a really smart thing to do. I don't know if you know. That's a really smart thing to do. We'll go overall. Then we'll do some tactical attacking defensive shadow plays. There we go. That's that week. Following week is a 1 game week, so we'll change that to training 1 week. Use it against Nottingham Forest, so change this to attacking patience. Then a 2 game week, including Real Madrid. I'll pop a 2 game one on there, and then we'll come back to that closer to the time. Right, onwards. Brighton in the Carabao Cup, that's just been drawn as well. Record high scoring game 5-3. I don't think it is. I think that's one of those records that's just from when the save started rather than an actual record. Right, go through some of these messages because we are piling them up a little bit, aren't we? So financial update, got plenty of money in the bank, which is great. We've received some money as well, which is good. Everything's looking good apart from long shots, so we'll turn off long shots. We're not a long shot team, although we've seen a couple of worldies from Endo and Spozlai, so don't know how much I actually believe that. Best performing defensive player is Lucas Digne. I do love him. In real life, I do absolutely love him, but there's no way I could justify us trying to sign him. He's 32 years old, he's got no potential. Young Player of the Month is Verts, which is great. He has really deserved that, and he's turned things around, which is great. Goal of the Month is Sabozlai. We'll congratulate him. Let me look at it. I kind of want to look at it. Wrong thing. Waiter. Photograph from a distance. Yes, we can see it. Let's have a watch of it because I really enjoyed this goal at the time. So we might as well enjoy it together. I do remember wanting to get out of my seat with it. Am I misremembering it? I might be. Maybe I'm thinking it's better than it actually was, but I remember it being spectacular. It's taken a while to warm up. It's one goal, lads. It's one goal. Imagine if this has crashed and I've not saved after that game against Villa. I'll be fuming. I'll absolutely be fuming if that's what's happened. This is taking a long, long time. Can I escape? Oh, I've got a feeling this isn't going to load, you know. Give it another minute. I've got a feeling that's not going to load. Not fill me with confidence. Oh, I'm getting a little bit concerned now, I'm not going to lie. I think it's stuck itself. And I've not saved after the Villa game. Don't really want to give him much longer. But I might have to... Don't really want to close the game down, but I might have to close the game down. The game itself is still running. I think it's just something within the game that's decided it wants to break. My own fault. It's my own fault for wanting to show you that goal. Right, let me just move over. I'm going to restart the game, which is really annoying. And what we'll do is we'll simulate the Villa game if it hasn't saved. I'm ending the task. I hope it's also saved. I really do. I bet it hasn't. Well, I ended the task and it's still going. Ends again. Will you close? Doesn't even want to close now. There we go, closed. Right, we go again. FM26. I love it, I do. But it has its moments. It definitely has its moments. Oh, goodness me. I have genuinely enjoyed the game since it's come out, but there's little things like that. And I understand, obviously, great difficulty in the fact that this is not the same game as FM24 just started up like previous editions. It is a completely new game. And that brings its own difficulties. I've had to rebuild everything that was in the originals into this new engine. Basically to future-proof it. And make it a kind of better game going forward. And that's the thing I think people need to remember, is this game will get better. We need a rough version of it to begin with, probably. People will say 2 years is long enough to make a game. I don't know how long it takes to make a game of this level. I've got no idea, but I would imagine if they could have made a quicker version of the game, they would have done. Do you know what I mean? I think they would have done. Right. I'm loading the game back up. And didn't autosave. So what that means is the Villa game is null and void. That wonderful performance from Verts, the great goal from Endo, completely gone. All because I wanted to watch Dom's goal. That is so annoying. Right. Back in we go. Give it a moment. There it is. That takes a while for the game to actually load up, which is interesting. So yeah, as you can see, we are before the Villa game. Still on 20 points. So what we'll do is we'll move to the Villa game. I'm not going to play it again. I'm going to sim it. And what will be at that point. If we win it, great. If we lose it, obviously not great, but that's what the FM gods have demanded. That is very deflating, because other than conceding those goals, that was a good performance. I mean, I don't think we're going to benefit from the fact that we're having to play it again. If anything, the opposite. We're not having that glut of goals, potentially. I mean, I reckon we'll probably get a 2-0, 3-1. Which in one respect is probably better for us, in a way. We'll probably benefit from that fact, but I don't want to benefit from that fact, necessarily. Yeah. Right, let's get back to that Villa game. We'll set everything up the same. We'll do the tactical tweaks that we did before. And we'll just see whether we can get a similar kind of result. But that... and really annoying. Oh. And we've just had another hammer blow as well, because we got drawn with Brighton before. Before the restart, we were drawn with Brighton. And since we've had to restart, they've drawn us against Man City. That is gutting. That is absolutely gutting. But we'll play it. We'll do it. Well, we have to. We've got no choice. So, note to self, when it has goal of the month, don't try and view the goal of the month from there, because I know looking at a goal works from here, because I've already done it once. I believe it was this game. It was Szoboszlai's first. Now this, I believe, works. I have done it once already. You watch, it's not going to work now. Oh no, there we go. So this actually does work. But doing it from the goal of the month thing, for me, throws the game completely. So this is the goal I was on about. Endo gets to Frimpong. Runs with it. Garnacho ends up taking it off of him. Goes back to Sanchez. Sanchez launches it. Endo wins it. Gets it to Szoboszlai, who just decides to hoof it. A glorious goal. I'm not sure it was worth losing the result of the Villa game for. If in truth, I'm not sure if it was, but now we've learned what not to do. That's what you have to bear in mind. We've learned a thing. We've learned a thing. Right, we're going to hard tackle Yuri. We're going to put John onto his weaker side. We're going to hard tackle Morgan. We're going to hard tackle Jaden. Pop him on his weaker foot. Getting strong on Ollie, and we're going to pop him onto his weaker foot. And then I'm also going to do what I did before. We're going to press Emmy. We're going to press Esri. And we're going to press Pal. Now, what I am also going to do at this point, after that, is save. Because we don't want to lose any more progress than we already have. And then, tactically... Oh, I just thought this is all going to have regressed, isn't it? Yeah, it has. Right. So, get these guys back to where we were. So these were both going to be wide, covering central midfielders. These are going to both be defensive midfielders. I'm so annoyed that I've got to do this bit again, but hey, you live and learn. You live and learn. Right, pressing. Want you pressing more often. Want you pressing more often. I want the centre backs kind of standard. What I'm going to ask is whoever's on this side presses less often. That's where Virgil plays, and we have noticed a problem with that. These guys are going to leave as they are. Now these guys, let's make sure that they are pressing as much as they can. Want to make sure that they are looking for the ball. Got these guys pressing, got these guys pressing, and then we want Isaac pressing as well. He did some great pressing in that game before. The game that didn't happen, the game that doesn't exist. And I believe whoever's in this position is already pressing. Yes, they are. Now, what I did in the game, shooting. It's a no from me. Don't shoot. Quite happy for these guys to dribble more. Then you're shooting less often. Okay, that's fine. And then I don't think I need to change anything with these guys. I don't think I did before, so I think that'll be fine. Right, let's just amend the 11 again to what it was to start with last time. We'll just keep it as the same 11. We won't do anything crazy. We had Szoboszlai on the bench. He didn't start, did he? So I think we took Gakpo off. Salah came back in for Ngoma and Ekitike. And Van Dijk came in for Leone and started. I'm pretty sure that was the starting 11. Now, that I'm pretty happy with. Let's save again. I'm slightly paranoid. Go to the match. And let's change the mentality back to positive. And let's go instant result. I've got no idea how this is going to go. Remember, we won 5-2 before we had to restart due to the error, to the glitch. Drop points. We've dropped points. Now, I'm not happy with that. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to reload it, which I wouldn't normally do, but I'm doing it because I've got on camera that we literally won the game. And I'm irritated that it's an error with the game that's kind of cost us that. So let's reload Liverpool. I need to get rid of some of these, by the way. There's loads of auto saves, none of which are the one that I needed. I'll go through those and cull them a little bit at some point. You know what, I'll leave us on attacking actually, because we should be absolutely dominating them. So they're in 9th. But again, it's only a 6-point gap, I think I said before, isn't it? So see if we can get a win. 2-1, I'll take that. Salah inverts. Watkins got one back. It's not quite as heavy a win as before, but we're at least sort of where we were anyway. No major injuries either. We didn't have any before. That's probably the fairest result that we're going to get. But let's save that. And we're going to save as we go. In fact, can I change the settings on this save just to save after each game. No, I can't. Okay. There probably is a way to do it, but oh well. Right. Monthly financial update. Money's great. Money in, money in. Best more defensive player is Lucas Digne. Worst team is Sunderland. That is the October of the month. Young player of the year, of the month rather. Goal of the month is Szoboszlai. We're not clicking on that. That's what broke it before. I've won manager of the month as well, which we never got to see because of the fact that it broke before. Okay, we're now back to where we were. So let's get forward. And let's make some progress. Should really have rested the players, which I've actually now forgotten to do, which I remembered to do before. I mean, none of them are that shattered, other than those two at the top. We've got a few days between now and the game, so I'm not too worried about them. Let's drop a day's rest on them. Training. I need to do training. I need to do training. I need to do training. Oh, I've nearly forgotten about that. Right. Training. Right, this is a 2-game week. Pop that on. The dead week. Again, we've already done all of this. It's so annoying having to do it again. I need to go back and update training as well. Just pop in like a 0-game week. Gonna be overall. These are going to be the tacticals. Okay, defensive shadow play followed by offensive shadow play. Then that week is going to be a 1-week one with Nottingham Forest. And then that one, 2-week, including Real Madrid. I will look at this when we get closer to it, which I think I said before. And then the final thing I am going to do against our European opposition, I'm going to change this to attacking patience. Change this to technical chance conversion. Do the same for the Man City game as well. Then against Nottingham Forest, we're going to change this to cancel that. Change this to patient. I'm actually going to do the one this week into defending disengaged. I'm just thinking of that Man City game because if anyone's going to catch us on the hop, it's probably them. Right, yeah, happy with that. Happy with that. Right, let's get to this game and not have any nonsense. Any further nonsense, I should say. All going forward, if it could speed up, that'd be fabulous. There we go. Right, what we got? We're pleasing everyone. Supporters are satisfied so far. I'm not surprised actually. Got a bit of money coming in for Kelleher, which will be good. By the way, it's Gabriel Martinelli. I'm not too bothered about that. Right. So Arsenal did win their game, so they're still in a 7-point gap. Now, obviously, we're not focused on the league for this next game, but it is worth keeping it in mind as well. 7-point gap. Right, issues with Chiesa. I've kind of seen that coming, to be honest, so we need to get him some more game time. So, can we... Let me try that one. Okay. We might have solved it by having a word with him. We may have solved that. Find that soon enough. I was going to say what a game that was from the Harrogate game for the looks of things, but no, it was all penalties. Right. 2 days' time. Gasparini has interest in Tsimikas. I mean, I like Tsimikas, but he's a better player at the moment than Kirkes is. So I'd have rather probably kept Tsimikas and loaned out Kirkes if I had control of it. But to be fair, how valuable is Tsimikas? Up to 40 million. How much did they spend on him? 1.75. Bargain. Bargain. Like that. So that. It's fine. Right. Come on. A bit further on. So this game, it will be no surprise to you, is one that I am adamant we should be winning. No two ways about that. Injuries. Oh no. Right, Szoboszlai. Out for months. Frimpong, twisted ankle. We can live without Frimpong. Szoboszlai we can live without if we need to, but that's not ideal. That's really not ideal. Right. So Conor Bradley comes in. That's no big issue. We can live without that. It's not a huge problem. Leone can come in as another defensive option, even if he's not a right back. Joe Gomez can do that job. But the injury to Szoboszlai is a bit of a nightmare, because now we only have 2 central midfielders / defensive midfielders. Like spare, should just to clarify. So what we now need to do is this next game. Let's have a double check. So Curtis Jones was the hero in the game that we played, but when we had to sim it, Curtis Jones actually didn't have a particularly good time. So I'm going to put Gravenberch on. We'll have him and McAllister as the kind of partnership going forward. I definitely want to get Chiesa some more football, so we will try and get him on the pitch in the next game. Won't start him, but we'll give him some football. Joe Gomez's match load is getting heavy. I'm going to get Kirkes to start this next game as well. Get him a bit more football. Keep Wirtz going because he's doing pretty well so far recently. So starting to find his feet. Right. Again, not worried about Frimpong, but that injury to Szoboszlai is not ideal. He has been a decent player for us so far. Not just because he scored that really good goal, but he has been a decent player for us so far. I realise I don't have my glasses on. There we go. More intelligent. Right. Game day. Quick check up here. Chiesa. Okay, let's have a look at his individual training then. Chiesa. Do my ratings. I imagine he's not going to have a good rating because he's not injured. Oh, actually, he's not terrible. That's a possession. Well, I don't really understand. What do you want to be? What would you prefer to be? Well, we won't train him on one. We won't train you on one then. It's fine. But if it's really that... Yeah, there we go. Fine, he's off of it. Right, XTK. He's exactly the same, which is really annoying. Right. Where's XTK? Okay, fine, we'll put him on no then. Right. Anyone else with any issues? Development advice. Fine. Tell you what, let's go to here. Opposition. Let's just see. Wants us to press their right back. I don't particularly want to. We will hard tackle their central midfielder and pop him on his weak first. We will go in strong on... Where does he play? The other central midfielder. Pop onto his weak side. Hard will put onto his weak foot. Hard on Hock. And do that to him as well. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to press the centre backs and the goalkeeper as we normally do. Cool. Right. Game time. See whether we can get a good result from this one. So that is going to be the starting 11. Alisson in goal. They're going to have Bradley, Van Dijk, Canate and Kerkez as the defensive lineup. Then we're going to have McAllister and Endo as the out-of-possession defensive midfielders. Endo will be the in-possession defensive midfielder. Then it's a diamond with him, Gravenberch, McAllister and Wirtz. And then we've got Isak and Salah up front. Just in case any shenanigans happens, I am going to save the game. We've already had it happen in this stream once already. There's no harm in just future-proofing from it a little bit. Right. Game time. Let's see whether we can right the ship a little bit. Obviously, we did win against Atletico Madrid last time in the Champions League, but the draw against Galatasaray was a bit of a surprise. We are away from home again. So, I mean, we should be winning, but doesn't necessarily mean anything. Get to it. So a quick look at the table. So we're currently in 14th. We desperately need a win, really. We want to be in this section here, so we need that victory today. Let's do it. Right, looks like it is snowing, so spoiler for the future, it's going to snow on whatever day this game is happening. Right, here we go. Kerkez starting things off from kickoff. Now, in possession and out of possession, they're exactly as I would expect them to line up, so no major surprises there. Now what I am just going to quickly do, because I don't think it will already be set up, is we're going to set up to work ball into the box and discourage long shots. We'll up the tempo as well. We're not playing at the higher tempo. Just try and bully them a little bit into giving up a goal. And we are away from home. I'm going to assume they're going to get a few chances from us, but we need to be quite sensible to them. I've just thought as well, I think we're still hard tackling. I don't want to be hard tackling anymore. I've changed my mind on that. Press much higher. Yeah, everything else is fine now. Brilliant. Right. We have a highlight. Van Dijk does well there. Gets to Bradley. Taking half an hour into the game for us to get our first highlight, which is unusual. Right, Van Dijk goes back to Endo. Endo. It's Canate. Canate. That's Gravenberch. Out wide to Kerkez. Lovely little pass there. Kerkez now across into Alexander Isak. And there is a goal for the Swedish superstar. Lovely. Right. One thing I am going to quickly do as well, because I did totally forget to do it, is I want to make sure these guys... See, I put him on shoot more often. I want him on shoot less often. So I did do it. I just did it wrong. Have I done it with Kerkez? Nope, he's on shoot less often, which is brilliant. There we go. 1-0. Lovely stuff. That's exactly what we wanted. Didn't do the alert, just thought. There we go. Right. Hopefully this game doesn't have any repeats of the Villa game where something will just break the game and we have to restart and sim the game. Fingers crossed. Right, Gravenberch goes all the way back to Alisson. Alisson to Van Dijk now. Van Dijk coming forward. In to Bradley. Bradley. Pass forward to Salah. Drifting out wide. We know he's comfortable out wide, so that's okay. Gets onto his stronger foot. Into Gravenberch. Tried to power it forward. And the header from Kerkez was a little bit lacking. But lovely work there from Salah. We just couldn't get the ball past the goalkeeper or the defence there. But we've had plenty of chances, quite a few on target as well. That is the benefit of us working that ball into the box and not just going for long shots. Don't need to do it against this team. We don't need to do long shots. Well, Alisson comes and claims it well. I'm still scarred by that Villa game, even though it technically didn't happen anymore. I'm still a bit scarred by it. So, a bit concerned. Right, big ball forward, looking for Salah. Okay, we managed to get possession back there. Isak now. Tackled, but he's managed to keep the ball. No, it's half time. Okay, 1-0's fine. I'd have liked more than one goal, but I'll take that. We've been dominant. We'll say that one. Let's have a quick chat to some of the individuals. From Birch, Canate and Bradley not been at their best, so we'll have a word with them. And everyone else, no one's really stood out other than Kirkers and Van Dijk. Actually, they've been two of the better players, which is a bit of a concern, considering we don't really want to be focusing on defenders really in this one. We'll say that to those guys. And to Isak as well. We'll leave everyone else. Now, changes. Do we make any? Thinking Chiesa, but I don't want to take Salah or Isak off while they're playing well. Gravenberch isn't playing great, so we could bring on Curtis Jones again. Yeah, do you know what? Let's do that. Jones can come on. Let's do that. It's not a particularly great performance from Gravenberch. I want to get more goals in this one just to completely settle it, so let's take anyone who's not playing well off and just make sure that effectively we're getting our money's worth is the way I'm thinking of it. Oh, what a pass that is. And now, Van Dijk does really well there, but he's still in the opposite team's possession, but we do nick the ball here, and here comes Curtis Jones, and here we come swarming forward with the counter-attack. Curtis Jones is going to look to get the ball into the box here. He's been fouled there, surely. Right, it's been checked, and it's been given as a penalty. This has to be 2-0. I mean, it's already been given. Yeah, I was going to say, it's already been given. Curtis Jones wins a penalty. Lovely stuff. I'm going to assume it's going to be Mo who takes it. It is going to be Mo who takes it. And you would assume that means it's going to be 2-0. Steps back, runs up, and 2-0. There we go. Lovely. Fabulous. There we go. Let's see where exactly it went. Keeper should be doing better there, really. Should be doing better there, but I'll take it all day long. 2-0. Our two strikers getting the job done today. Exactly what we want. I'm looking at Canate as the next substitution. He's not having a particularly, not a bad game necessarily, but he's not having a great game either. Right, let's make that change now. Again, just thinking future-proofing more than anything. We'll do a wing Leone on. Because, I mean, yeah, do you know what? We'll wing Leone on. Let's give him an opportunity. I mean, he's dropped down to 1.5 stars, though. He was 2 stars at the start of this save. He's really, really dropped down. He's a League One player. No, we're not doing it. Gomez is coming on. And thinking Chiesa. Thinking January, one thing we do definitely need to do is bring in another attacking midfielder who can play as a central midfielder. Or just a central midfielder. What I'm thinking is Curtis Jones is really ideal for this position, but I don't have someone who can play in one of these positions here. Maybe one of these guys who can play as a defensive midfielder would be good, because that would just free everyone up a little bit. At the moment, I've got 3 forwards in Chiesa, Gakpo and Ekitike. I probably need to move one of them on. I mean, I'm thinking of Chiesa. But Gakpo, I think, is not quite as good, but he is younger. So, the reason why I'm thinking all that is I want to take off Ertz, but I don't really have a good option, because although I've got these two who can play as those roles, they can't really do this role, which is the problem. And I could bring on Hinselwood and shift things around a little bit, but I don't think that necessarily works either. So I think that means Bertz is going to have to stay on. I'm going to actually take off Salah for Chiesa. We'll give... Oh, no, I've done that wrong way around. I'm going to take Salah off for Chiesa. We'll give Chiesa a good chunk of game here today, just to try and play himself into the side a little bit, which he kind of needs to do a little bit. And then Hinselwood is probably going to come on a bit closer to the end of the game. Do that. And let's just see whether we can carry on doing what we're doing. They are coming forward and having a fair few chances. But again, I've said this before, we are very attacking. Drop down's positive. We don't need to be fully as attacking. But also, our counter-attacking style means that we do have to forfeit some chances, so that does also make a degree of sense. I'm also going to drop tempo down a little bit. Do that. And then we're at final substitute clock as well. Right, make those final changes. Hinselwood is going to come on for Endo. Joe Gomez hasn't had a particularly good game, but I'm not too worried about that. Chiesa's not played well either. He's on about wanting more game time. He's not playing well enough to earn it, really. XCK can come on. I'll have him be a channel forward as well. And that'll see us through, I think. The goal would be lovely, but the main thing is just maintaining what we've got. A win is probably the most important point at this point. Again, this isn't a away from home game as well, so bear that in mind. Right, Wirtz. Is he going to make it 3? He is. Florian Wirtz. He's turned the corner. And you know what as well? Clean sheet. If we can keep a clean sheet, that is going to be probably the most important takeaway from this game. McAllister to Wirtz, and that just does the rest here. Fantastic finish. Lovely stuff. Nearly forgot. Nearly forgot about that. Right. We have let them have a number of chances, but again, look at the amount of chances we've had, so it doesn't bother me again that much, because they've not been able to make much of it either. We have defended very well. Right. Kirkez. Back to Gomez. To Curtis Jones. Jones now. Into Kirkez. TK. That white's Kirkez. Good game from Kirkez today. Really impressed with him. Curtis Jones now. Gets it back to TK. Into Wirtz. Went for the shot. Connor Bradley. And that is full time. Thought we might sneak another one in there, but 3-0. Do you know what? That's a good performance. Good result. I'll take that all day long. And that is going to help us. I'll say that to everyone. And let's just see where we are now in the Champions League standings. Have a look. Champions League table. So that actually has put us up to 6th after everyone's played 4 games. That was a crucial result, especially with Real Madrid, who are currently top, coming very, very soon. So we needed that to be as good as it could be. Right, I'm going to praise Kirkez. Right, good victory. Really happy with that, but not get too excited with ourselves because we've got Manchester City coming up next. And that is going to be the most difficult match that we'll have had so far outside of the Arsenal game, which we didn't win. So, you know, it's one of those. It's one of those. I did rest players, didn't I? How many I rested? Did I rest them? I think I did. Well, on that one where I do that. Case is injured. Then you know what? That's fine actually. I'm not that bothered about that because he's probably going to be the one that I'm going to look to sell anyway. Groin strain. Really annoying. So he's out for up to 2 weeks. It's not a great time for it to happen because of the other injury issues that we're currently having. But yeah, I'm not overly that bothered by it. Let's have a quick look at what that means. So Chiesa, Mamardashvili is nearly fit by the way, which is great. Put Ungamoa rather, getting his name wrong, on here because we want to get him playing some football as well. So Ramsey I'm not that bothered about, but Szoboszlai, Frimpong, Chiesa, Mamardashvili, we need all of those guys back. Then we'll go on a bit of a spree with the clauses that we've yet to pull back. We go to recruitment, just have a look. So we've got... No! We've missed out on some of them. There was over £100 million worth in here. There's not any more. Oh, I've left them too long. Okay, well, in that case, let's do what we can. Get some money. Oh, I can't believe I've done that. There was literally like over £100 million worth. Okay, ignore that. We're not going to be doing any such thing. Just sell everything that we've got and make some money. That's nothing. I'd rather have that now. Mason Clark's. Yeah, do that. Over. That one. Valio. Another. There's more for Carvalho. What's your league goals? Yeah, we might as well sell that and get that now. Couple of million here. Yeah, sounds good to me. Right, Darwin Nunez. That one straight away. Couple more. Got Kelleher. 550 for that. Ben Gannon Doak. When did Gannon end up in his name, by the way? I just know him as Ben Doak. Right, that's him. And that's all of the clauses that we have, which is really annoying because we did have more and I should have taken advantage of them at the time. We now go ahead. Well, that was about an extra 10 million, wasn't it? So let's have a look. Yeah, extra 10 million. So it's not loads, but we can generate money from sales. But there are one or two players that I will be looking to sell. Done. Right. Match. Man City. Panic. Let's have a look and see what we can do with our opposition instructions. Let's have a look. So, we signed Andreas Christensen, which is a bit of a weird one. We're going hard on Nunez. We're going to put Nunez onto his weaker foot. Going hard on Nico O'Reilly and pop him onto his weaker foot. We're going to be going strong on Shekri. And we're going to go in... We're not going to go in hard on Momish, put him on his weaker foot. And then Erling Haaland, we're going to hold back. Not hold back, rather. We're going to pop him on his weaker foot as well. I was going to press Ruben Diaz as well as Donnarumma. Do you know what? I'm also going to do pressing and hard tackling to Rodri as well. Just fully aware of his injury history, we're going to do that. Okay. I think that'll do for that. Now, we're not going to be attacking, we're going to be positive. Being attacking against Manchester City feels nuts. So, do that. We're going to go more direct and we're going to have a higher tempo because we're going to be counter-attacking a lot in this one, I think. And stick with narrow, stick with playing for set pieces. We're going to encourage dribbling. We're going to keep that on balance. We're going to keep low crosses. We're going to keep progressing through the middle. And build up. We're not going to play through their press. That feels crazy to do. Yeah, we'll stick with all of that. Right. Emergency save. Just because of the issues that we know that we've had. Quick drink Coke Zero Lemon. And... let me look at the 11. I've not even looked at the 11 actually. Let's have a look at that to make sure we're all good. So, we are looking at Alisson, Van Dijk and Konate as kind of that back three goalkeeper centre back combination. Then we've got the wing backs of Bradley and Kirkes. Endo, McAllister, Gravenberch and Verts in the midfield, and then we've got Salah and Isak up front. Just thinking, is there anything we want to change? Yeah, Robertson starts. Why is Robertson not starting? Let's make that change straight away. Frimpong is still injured. We know about Chiesa and Szoboszlai, and that's really still out as well. So it is what it is in terms of the players that we've got available to us. I was thinking Gravenberch. Do we start Gravenberch? Or do we start Curtis Jones? I'm thinking we start Curtis Jones. Just for recent form. I think that makes more sense to me. Yeah, let's do that. Right. No pressure. Man City. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, God. Everything. Everything could go wrong. That's what could go wrong. Absolutely everything. But we're going to give it a go anyway. Right. We'll say that one. Going to focus on the rivalry. Van Dijk is tired, by the way, so I don't know whether I did rest the players properly, so we'll have to keep an eye on him. It's highly likely that we're going to have to make that change and bring on Joe Gomez. So we'll have a think about that. Man City are third, 4 points currently behind us, so not having a great season, but they're not far behind us, so this is important, A, for us to keep up with Arsenal at the top of the table, but also try and open up a gap between ourselves and Manchester City. A number of newer players in their 11, so they're going to be trying to get into grips with everything the same that we are. We are away from home here today as well, so we do need to bear that in mind in terms of whatever the result is today. Right, Man City a bit slow at the blocks, but they are starting to get there now. They have got the standard 4-3-3 and the 4-1-4-1 for their possession and out of possession formations. But we can see at the moment, possession wise, we're actually doing a bit better than them and more shots to begin with. XG is level. It's a very evenly contested game so far, so it could be down to individual brilliance in terms of who gets the breakthrough. Right, we have an early free kick here in our area. Van Dijk, McAllister goes round his man, manages to just get it to Verts. That was very close there. Right, Salah drops deep into Isak. Isak out wide to Robertson. Lovely pass there to Curtis Jones. Curtis Jones going to be looking for someone. Gets it back to Mo Salah. And it's 1-0 and we lead against Manchester City. Excellent. Lovely stuff there. That is exactly what we wanted. Jones pulls it back. Salah's dropped a little bit deeper. Finds the space. Isak does a great job of just drawing people out of position and just occupying them. Not even drawing them out of position necessarily, but just occupying them. And makes it 1-0 early on, 22nd minute. That's exactly what we want. A second would make me feel even better. Isak, lovely pressing there, but he's pressed it right into the path of Erling Haaland, which isn't great. And now Man City on the ball. And we know how good they can be on their day. Right, ball out wide here to Marmoush. Oh, Connor Bradley does the absolute work there. Running forward now. Went for a shot. Why is Connor Bradley going for a shot there? I've got him on shoot more often. I forgot to change that. That's why. Well, he did the first bit right. And the second bit was because I told him to without realising. Right, Canate wins a header against Haaland, but it only goes out as far as Marmoush. But we do win the ball back quite easily. And now Connor Bradley passes it to McAllister. Is this the start of another move from us? Big ball forward looking for Isak. Oh, I tell you what, nearly finds him. Nearly finds him. We are haranguing them quite well, but they are good enough to get through that. I'll tell you what though, Marmoush not having a particularly good game so far. Gives the possession away again. And we end up with possession one more time. Van Dijk launching it forward. Not really happy with him doing that. I'd have rather kept the ball on the ground. But now here come Man City. Great tackle from Jones, but they keep possession, Man City. That's beautiful football. They are good enough to do that, so I'm not too mad about it. I'm not too mad about it. I'd of course rather us not concede a goal, but if we're going to concede one, that is a lovely move. I'm not mad about it, but we needed to keep the ball on the ground there and we didn't. Robertson's really not having a good game today, so it might end up being that we bring on Kirkes. after kind of poo-pooing the idea of him starting. Right, Ake heads down to Marmouche. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to press Marmouche. I'll wait for this highlight to end, and we're going to press Marmouche because every time he's had the ball, our big ball over to Erling Haaland. Put it wide. Bit of a get out of jail free card, that one. Marmouche, my man, we're going to be pressing you because you've not had a good game. So I'm going to get Connor Bradley out of possession to press Marmouche. To make his life an absolute misery. Because at the moment, he's not having a lovely time, Omar Marmouche. Let's try and capitalise on that a bit. Right, Robertson wins the header. Jones goes back to Van Dijk. A bit of possession from us now. Right, Endo interverts. Out wide to Connor Bradley. Bradley. Oh, Marmouche. Tell you what, Marmouche has won the battle there. Coming forward quite a bit. Big ball forward to Erling Haaland. That's really, really poor. It's offside anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. Does not matter too much in the grand scheme of things. We've maintained an upper hand in this one, but every time Man City do come forward, they look incredibly dangerous, as you would expect them to. Right. We can keep pressing them here, lads. Oh, Robertson's done well there. Right, into Verts. Ball forward to Jones. Curtis Jones on the ball. Makes it 2-1, and we lead again at the Etihad. Beautiful stuff. Being checked by VAR. It's not going to be disallowed. Could you argue if that should be offside? I think you could, you know, but it's been given. Florian Wirtz with the assist. Jones was a great call to start today. Really wasn't sure whether we should, but it's ended up working out really well. And as it stands, 1-0 became 1-1, became 2-1. Lovely stuff. Right, so we'll say that one. Now let's have a quick chat with a few boys. Konate's not had a great start, so I'm going to tell him to buck his ideas up. Same with Robertson. McAllister, Wirtz, Isaac, and the defensive lads. And Endo, we'll say that one. You two, we'll say that. Right, tactically, is there anything that we want to do? Haaland is obviously the one who is being the problem at the moment. So I'm just debating, do we have Virgil specifically mark him? I'm going hard on him. Yeah, we're going to do that to him. Make sure as well he's pressing less often, which is good. And Konate, I'm going to have him press less often as well. And then Robertson, he's struggling on this side to deal with Chakri. I'm going to have him mark him, but I'm going to take Robertson off, actually. It's a huge call, but Kirkes is going to come on. Played well last time. I'm going to go with that. And we'll keep everything else, I think, as it is. I'll keep Konate on just for the time being. I'm actually going to change Isaac to a channel forward as well. Let's just have both of them causing some chaos. Right, second half underway. Let's go. So Marmouche off, Doku on. Make sure that we are dealing with that as we should be. Marmouche is off. Can't do anything now because that's really annoying because he's not there anymore. But okay, let's go out of that. Let's go to Honor. Out of possession, mark specific. Well, Mamush's been taken off, hasn't he? So, just seen that come up, or has it not happened yet? Cancel it out. Right, Doku's there. And now, if I pause and go to Bradley here, player instructions, out of possession. Change that. And then I'll tell you what. Get Kirkes. Yes, I've left the game going on a monster. We'll have him dealing with Jerkery. Have him doing that. There we go. Right. Feel like the early highlights have been them getting the better of us, so let's try and get back into this, shall we? I mean, we're winning, but they are... Curtis Jones. I tell you what, he's been everywhere today. He's been sensational. Lovely work from Curtis. Right. What's Virgil doing there? What is Virgil doing there? It's so poor from Van Dijk. He's been fine all game, and then he goes and does that. Canate gets it to Virgil. Such a poor pass. And it's 2-2 all of a sudden. Like, there's no excusing that whatsoever. His passing is 16, his vision is 15. There's no excusing that. That is so poor. And all of a sudden, all that work we did in the first half, that fantastic first half that we had, is effectively ruined. I'm really irritated by that. I'm going to have to bring on Joe Gomez. Oh, Connor Bradley. I tell you what, he's up for this. He really is. Big ball forward, looking for Salah. He's found Salah. Can he put us back ahead? No. Good save from Donnarumma. Great save from Donnarumma. Tell you what, here's what I'm going to do. We're going to focus down the right-hand side. Go a little bit wider. We do seem to be doing well with Bradley down our side. He's only on 6.9. Don't quite know how. Because he's been looking sensational. Right, Salah now. Into the box. Can't find anyone. And now here comes Jeremy Doku. Right, come on, lads. Ah, he's done him. He's gone into Erling. He's found Doku. This is going to be 3-2. It is 3-2. We've thrown it away. We've absolutely thrown it away. Our defence has just utterly capitulated. Right. Right. Now we need to do something. Van Dijk, both of them are doing terribly, but I can't bring both of them off. Kirkes has been awful since coming on. He's actually just disappeared. But Ekatike can come on. Right. Out of possession. Quite happy with them dropping off a little bit. Take off, get stuck in. Vision, yeah, fine. Up outside. No, I'm going to take that off. Right. We've still outplayed them, but they've just got that quality. Right. We need to be pressing them now. We need to be getting that ball. running up the other end and scoring. Oh, McAllister's done well there. Into Wirtz. Wirtz does well to keep the ball. Connor Bradley now. Gone for the shot. Why is he gone for the shot again? He's been told not to do that and he's done it again. Right, just as much pressure on Donnarumma as possible. I'm going to be really disappointed if we lose this game now because we've played better than them. And Van Dijk has done it to us. He's really, really left us in a really difficult position today. Right, highlight. Let me come out of this. Oh no, it wasn't a highlight. Okay. Right, what can we do? I mean, we could go 3 up top. We could bring on Gakpo. I mean, Wirtz is playing well. McAllister isn't playing so well. Tell you what, Konate off. Endo's going to go to the back. He's having a decent game, and that's a bit of a crazy one, but I'm going to do that because then what I'm going to do is bring on Gravenberch. McAllister's not had the best of games. I'm going to put Wirtz back into the midfield as a advanced playmaker. And then we're going to bring on Gakpo as the final change. Ekitike can go up front as the centre forward. Gakpo can be a channel forward. I'm going to have him be a deep line playmaker. I'll stick him to be a channel midfielder. Then counter possession. Guys around a little bit. I mean, we're overcompensating here. I think the game's done now. We've got 10 minutes to try and get sync out of it. I don't think it's going to happen. We've got to try something. Right. Yeah, that's all we can do. I'm not going to go attacking. I don't think that's going to be a wise decision. Right, we have the ball. Salah. Giving the ball away. Needs to not do that. Our possession has been very, very sloppy today. Especially in the second half. That's what's let us down. We've won the first half. In the second half, we've been second best to everything. We nearly go 4-1, 4-2 down. Right. One more thing I wanted to do, which I forgot. I'm going to take that off. Do early crosses. I'm going to go back to middle for that. Going to bypass the press a bit as well. And I said we weren't going to do it, but we're going to go attacking now. We're running out of time. Do what we can, trying to get a winner. See if we can get something from the forwards on the pitch. We are running out of time. We are into added time now. I mean, away from home at the Etihad, you wouldn't expect us necessarily to be guaranteed a win, but I was hopeful today that maybe we could do something. Right, big ball forward. Ekitike is on it. Whips it in, looking for Gakpo. Can't find him. And now, here come Manchester City. Nunez running forward. Bodies are running back, but they are just overnumbering us. No one is on Doku. Why is no one on Doku there? And it is now 4-2 because we've overcommitted. that first half had me really thinking that we were onto something, and then we've just... I'm going to be shouting at them. Absolutely fuming. And I'm going to have a chat with Virgil to begin with. Very unhappy with you. Kanate was just woeful, to the point where I'm even thinking we maybe move him on in January, because he's been woeful. Isaac didn't show up. Kirkhead was very poor when he came on, as was Gravenberch, as was Ekitike. Really poor performance, but there was some good performances in there. Wirtz wasn't too bad. Salah and Jones were great. Endo was good, but honestly, that was shoddy. Really, really shoddy. We've got Real Madrid coming up soon, away from home again. Apologies to my music, gone a little bit funny then. We need, I think, to work out how to play against that elite quality of teams. Now, Van Dijk is tired, which is probably going to have had an effect on his performance, but I think we do need to work out a better way to play against those bigger teams. So maybe we just have a little bit of looking at tactical time. Let's clear that slot. We weren't using it anyway. That better not have done what I think it's just done. I was going to say, oh my word, that had me worried for a second. Right, so let's copy the tactic. Let's just have a look. So against a team like a Manchester City or Real Madrid, I think let's be a bit more sensible with these guys. Have them come back. Fine with them being wing backs. We'll have them come back. We'll have the defensive midfielder sitting in front like he has been. This is fine. I'm not upset about that. But this side of things we need to work on, I think. Because that definitely didn't work that time. We've also got some very heavy match workload, so we do need to do some rotating between now and the next game. So, what do we do? I'm debating whether we go these guys out wide to provide a little bit of cover, maybe. Make everything look a little bit weird when we do that, but or even pop you two around that way. Only Wirtz doesn't like that. Yeah, Wirtz goes quite wide out there, doesn't he? So that probably doesn't work, actually. Out of possession. We go 5 at the back. Of these three, kind of just doing their own thing here. How does that look on this screen? Making a bit of a line here. And again, this is not necessarily what I'm thinking for going forward in general. I'm thinking this more for when we face bigger teams. So Endo, this is weird. In possession role thing doesn't work properly on this game at all. Defensive midfielder holds position. But I'm not looking in possession, I'm looking out of possession. So centre back, stopping centre back. And it's not even bringing up the right thing here, which is great. Thinking him as a stopping centre back maybe. And then Hinselwood can do the job. He's not a great centre back, but he can play there. Step out of the defence and do that, and these guys can kind of stay doing their thing. Maybe we have fullbacks pressing. Actually, maybe we then keep Endo as he is. Maybe we do something like that. Let's have a look at these instructions here. Happy to have him press forward. These two, I think we'll have them on standards. In fact, no, we'll keep Van Dijk on not at all. Canate, we'll have him on not at all as well. These guys will press forward here, and then these three, I want them pressing. Really want them pressing. Do that to you? Yeah, I did. And Verts, I'm pretty sure we'll have you pressing as well. So we'll have you on ease off tackling. We don't want you hard tackling. We're going to have Isak pressing naturally anyway. We want Mo pressing as well. Don't want to aim at arcing tighter with that. Okay, how does that look on here? He drops down. Everything else looks kind of how I want it to. And again, I'm just thinking this more for offensive. That's a near post. You're doing near post as well, and we'll have you go to byline as well. We want these guys staying wider as well. And I want you doing similarly. I want you to stay out wide, because you are literally the width of the team. That's you guys. Now you. Your passing in the last one was woeful, quite frankly. Keep things simple. Don't waste your dribble with the ball. Staying with you. Keep things simple. Don't waste your dribble. Don't want you shooting when you're in the box. Fucking width. Definitely don't want you staying wider. And then this roll. What want you doing? Fewer risks. Shorter. Quite happy with you shooting actually, because you scored that really nice goal, so that's fine. Go through all of these. Right, attacking width. Yeah. Quite happy for you to do that. Frequency, that's fine. Follow tactics, passing risk. Got good passing, so we'll have him looking for the killers. I'll keep it with that. Dribbling direction, keep it as standard. Crossing strategy. I mean, if he is going to cross the ball, let's have him just aiming for middle of the box. Yeah, we'll have him doing that. Cool, that's that. And Jones will do the same. I probably needed to do this, to be honest with you, so probably good to take a moment to do everything. Right, we're having him moving into the channels, which is fine. That's literally his position. Forward runs, we want him making forward runs. Dribbling frequency, we want him to dribble more a little bit. Quite happy to him to stay with that. Passing risk. Keep whoever's on that position as that. Go for more direct. Crossing strategy. Aim for the centre. Dribbling direction. Leave it as standard. And shooting I'll leave as standard as well. That's fine. Now Wirtz has kind of been working out of the box as a standard playmaker. So I don't feel like I need to do much to him, to be honest. So I'm thinking I might not really touch much of what he's doing. I'll have him as standard. I'm quite happy for him to shoot more because he's been doing quite well. But other than that, I'm going to leave him completely. Now, Isaac. Quite happy for him to stay in the middle. Quite happy for him to stay there. Dribbling frequency. I mean, his dribbling's pretty good. So, if he gets it, quite happy for him to take on whoever it is. He's good enough to do that. Quite happy for him to continue making his runs. I'm asking him to take fewer risks. Keep him a standard on that. Dribbling direction. Fine. Hold up ball. Give it as a no for that. And again, I want to make shorter passes. And then go to Allison. Have a quick check of him. Do not dribble with the ball. After my experience today, do not dribble whatsoever. And passing wise, ask him to do short passing. Okay. Now, team instructions. I think we'll keep the tempo down. And we'll go back to what did us well with the first couple of Champions League games. Going narrow. Yeah, that's all fine. Final third. Let's have a look. Dribbling. I'll take encouraged off of that. I'll leave all of these as they are. Sporting runs is fine. Dribbling is fine. Progress in the middle is fine. Passing to space is fine. Build up. I'm keeping that as balanced rather than play. I'll put play through the press actually as a standard one. We can always change it off. We'll do that. And then I'm just thinking this might just serve us a little bit better overall. Right. Now, we do need to rest some people ahead of the next game, which is not the Real Madrid game. The Real Madrid game is the one after that. Let's rest these guys for... Can I get away with 2 days? I think I can. When is the next game? The 8th at the moment. Oh, we've got a big gap. It's fine. We've got a big gap, so it's against Nottingham Forest. So we should hopefully be able to get back up to kind of our standard speed with that one. So goes the hope anyway. Right, it's actually not done too much damage to us. We're still seconds. It's just closed the gap now between us and them, which is fine. I think we now need to start thinking, now we're in November, about who we're using, who we're not using. So, who hasn't played for us yet? Very much. Gazer is on the lower end of that. I am thinking once he's fit, move him on. Don't really want to move one of the other two strikers on as well because we will need them. But he's the main one I'm thinking let's get rid. Ngamo we need to get out of the club just so he can start playing a lot more football. We are a bit thin on the ground of players we can then move on. But if we moved on Chiesa, how much is he worth? One thing I've not got in here. Let me insert transfer value. Try and work a way to get this into here. There we go. Almost got it. Okay, almost got it. Almost got it. A little bit. There we go. That's close enough. Right. So, value-wise, how valuable is Chiesa? Up to 50 million. Does anyone want him at the moment? Not really. But I think we move him on. Transfer list him. He's good, don't get me wrong. He is good, but we've not been using him. So I think to get someone out of the door, it's probably going to be him. And start at 55 million. And we might explore loans as well as potential options. Well, no, we will explore loans because at the moment it's the only thing that would be viable to us. Arsenal have maintained their gap at the top, by the way. Spurs have come in straight away with an offer, by the way. Like, they've not even waited. What's the offer? Got no interest. Okay, they're lower than what I would like, but we can negotiate this. So we'd lose 4.5% of it. But 50 million would be fantastic if we can get that for him. We'd have to persuade him to join them. That's the only thing. Add on the percentage of next sale as well. Test it. Wow, okay, well, we've completely stuffed that up, haven't we? Alright, well, it is what it is. That offer came in really quickly, though, so I've got no doubt at all that will be fine. Oh, I just thought... Is it a Cup of Nations year? Because if it is, we're going to be decimated. It's an international break at the moment, so I'm not worried about it for the right now, but just thought about that. You got to think about it then. There we go. Nottingham should be a good game for us to get back on track. Should be. Whether it is or not is another matter, but it should be a good game for us to get back on track. Right, I've got a question. Don't really care about that. The defensive side of the game is definitely my weakest. That is the one thing I am discovering on FM26. I kind of knew it anyway, but it's really felt noticeable, the change to the new game. I've noticed it on my Birmingham save as well. I've definitely noticed it on my Birmingham save, which is fine, you know, it's learning curves. Just need to put the work in to get better with it. And with a more sensible defensive minded tactic for against bigger teams. In between. My OBS really doesn't like it when I click continue. But my computer doesn't like it when I click continue. I'm gonna have to look at how to sort that out. But it is starting to get on my nerves now because it's doing. Did it in the previous game and it's doing it even more in this one. If it does it now, yeah, it's doing it now. Do a quick Google just to. Check it. That's it. Right. Whether that'll help. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Right. Let's get close to this game. We are approaching it. Just ignore the media. Oh, I do feel really bummed out about that Man City game, especially because the first half was so much better than the second half. So much better than the second half. But it is what it is. It's happened now. Not much we can do about it. Right, Kieza's back, which is great because I'm trying to sell him. So, do we put him back up? Transfer, offer, transfer room. Offer him out again. See if Spurs will be interested again and we'll be a bit more sensible with our negotiating skills rather than just asking for the same amount plus percentage. Wasn't wise on my end. Wasn't wise on my end at all for that one. Arsenal are absolutely killing it, by the way. Absolutely killing it. Again, took a moment to think then, didn't it? Right, we are here for the game against Nottingham Forest. I am going to go with the new formation just to see how it goes. Mainly for the out of possession one. Think whether that has any benefit to it. Kanate is tired. So I am going to start Gomez. Yeah, we're going to go with it. We'll just see what happens. Defensively, we are definitely not as good as we want, as we need to be. So I'm going to take Get Stuck In off as well. I'll leave that as that. Do you know what? We're going to step up. But I'm going to have Endo. Why is he not? Endo. Endo's having a bit of a moment here from the looks of things. Go between them. Not sorting it at all, is it? No. Right, Endo, what are you doing? Okay, that's broken, which is great. That's really good. FM26 doing more breakage, which is great. Right, there we go. That's more like it. So, what I want Endo to do is to be... Quite happy for him to do that. I'm just thinking... I'm going to have both of these guys be coverers. And Endo can kind of remain there and deal with stuff as it comes in. More cautious, yeah. Let's just go with it and just see what happens. Right, so combined, that's how we're looking. We're going to give it a go. See what happens. I'm going to go up to an attacking mentality for this one because it is against the team who we should be beating. Upcoming match. Quick look. I'm not going to bother with that. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. But we are going to do that. Cool. Okay. Drop a save. I'm going to change the music. That's how I change the music. There we go. A bit softer. Let's calm ourselves down a little bit. Right, we have Frimpong back. He's going to go onto the bench for Leone. Mamadashvili still not quite there, but very, very nearly. Chiesa is back as well. I will put him on the bench just as another option. But he isn't going to get used between you and me. I mean, he probably knows it as well at this point, but he is there. Right, we've got some more players who are a little bit more rested. I'm going to start Kirkes, although he's still got a heavy workload. It feels like the right thing to do. Frimpong will come on at some point. I'll also get Hinselwood some game time as well, because he does need some. Gay's still tired, so again, he's probably not going to play. Do you know what? Actually, there's no point. Ungamoa can stay on the bench. Chiesa. How am I training him? I just thought, let me look. Training. Position role. I have got him playing in a particular way. I just can't remember how I've got it. It doesn't matter. Right. That's the 11. Allison, Bradley, Van Dijk, Gomez and Kirkes as the defence and goalkeeper. Endo, McAllister, Jones and Wirtz as the midfield with Salah and Isak up front. Standard 11. Let's go for it. Nottingham Forest, we should be beating them. Doesn't necessarily mean anything. Again, we've tweaked the tactic. We might have to rechange the tactic in this particular game because it is the more defensive tactic that I've set up. But we are just doing it just to see how it goes, more than anything. But I think after that game against Man City, we do need a good result here. I'm thinking 3-0, 4-0. We need to batter them. Especially the fact that we're at home. Do need to utterly destroy them. And anything less than that won't be a success. Right, Kirkes running forward really nicely here to the beginning, which is exactly what we want to see. They're playing 4-2-3-1 and they're shifting to a 4-1-4-1. So, interesting to see how they're playing. They've actually had the first shot here, which is a bit concerning. That is very concerning, considering how we want to be as defensively astute as possible. I don't like the fact that we're letting them in here. Can we deal with that a bit better, please? Right, McAllister. Into Salah. Salah holding things up for the boys. Into McAllister, back to Bradley. Bradley now. Big ball forward over to Mo Salah. 14th minute would be a great time for a first goal. Very close, it is a corner. Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that. We're definitely getting better possession-wise. Let me just... I tell you what, let me... Shorter passing, lower tempo. And change that to standard. Let's just try and dominate things a little bit. Get the ball and just do what we want with it. Almost do a bit of a Man City. We are all over them at the moment, although we are struggling to get chances on target. Isak's got a knock. He's got another knock. He's already had a knock this season. Just starting to get back into the swing of things. Now he's got another one. We have to take him off in a minute. Right. McAllister intercepts, but Gibbs White breaks free. Cutting through us like absolutely nothing. Right. Just thinking changes that we can make. Supporting runs. No. Dribbling. We'll go with a bit more creative freedom today. I am going to make that change for Isak. We'll bring on Ekitike. We'll make him a channel forward because I'm pretty sure that's his better one. Right, chances wise, we've let them have chances and we've not overwhelmed them as I would hope. So we'll probably change the formation back over to the standard one. Not really worked for us today. Far from please. Go back to this. Don't know how well this has actually worked for us, to be fair. So I think we'll go back to what we were doing. We'll just have them as 3 central midfielders with Endo as a dropping defensive midfielder. So he is still dropping into the defence to help out. I think in possession, we'll leave those guys as they are. In fact, no, do you know what? Ekitike can stay as a centre forward because we need someone who's going to be more in the box. The salary is kind of be hit there and everywhere, isn't he? So that makes more sense. And team instructions, let's go back. We're taking off, get stuck in. Stepping up. Let's do that. Out of possession. Let them cross. Not that bothered by that. Then into shape. Make sure out of possession. At least one of these guys is covering. Give it a go at the very least. He's already doing that. Brilliant. Okay. Right. Any changes that we want to make initially other than the Ekitike one? I mean, Verts has had a really poor first half. really poor first half. I will give him the opportunity to get back into the game, but right, we fired him up hopefully. Isaac, we're subbing off anyway, so it doesn't matter. Isaac will tell that to... Not Isaac, sorry, Ekitike will tell that to... these guys will say... that to... Right. Let's go for it. Let's see whether we can get a bit better in this one. We are going to discourage our long shots, actually, because that's not been working for us. Try and smother them a little bit more. Oh my word. Verts almost immediately getting back into things. Almost immediately. Right. Kerkez to Van Dijk. Ball forward. Didn't see it in the end. Immediately we look better. Immediately we are looking a bit better. Right. Alisson to Gomez. Gomez. Into Jones. Into Verts. Ball forward looking for Salah. He's found him nicely. Offside. We're playing well, but not well enough. Right. Free kick. We've not dominated this as much as I wanted to, which is really, really concerning. Especially before that Real Madrid game. Right. Watch it here, boys. Oh, this has literally gone from bad to worse. I mean, losing against Man City is one thing, but we've just gone behind at home against Nottingham Forest. And again, this is where I would love to berate the team. I would love to berate them, but they're just cutting through our defence. What can we do? What are we doing wrong defensively? Yes, we're pressing quite high, but that's nothing new. Go back to get stuck in. Don't really know what to do at this point, because really we are much better than them, but we are not playing like it. Right, tell you what, Gravenberch, we'll move him and McAllister around. Curtis Jones is actually putting in a poor performance for once. We'll bring on Frimpong. I'm going to make the change of these guys coming back into normal fullback positions. I'm going to do that in the hope that maybe we just give ourselves a bit more of an ability to just defend a bit better from it. We've got these three who should be good enough. Maybe we switch these guys back to being wide covering just to help out. Do that. But now we need to really pull our socks up. Because we've been having chances, but we've just not done anything with them. Like, our forward line has been woeful today. They've not been getting the job done. This is not what we need before the performance against Real Madrid. They've been all over us recently as well. They are absolutely dominating us at the moment. I don't know where they are in the table. I didn't look. Right. Ball forward. Ekitike. Got Salah with him. Salah does well to keep possession there. Goes out wide to Kerkez. Kerkez. Ball forward looking for Ekitike. Finds Ekitike. And Hugo Ekitike puts it in the back of the net. I don't think it's going to be disallowed for offside. Oh my word. There we go. It's been awarded. Fabulous. What a stressful game this has been. We still not good enough to be 1-1. It needs to be more than that. And we're still allowing them to have shots. They've got a better XG than us and everything. Right. Take that down. Keep it as higher. Go to standard. Into centre backs is fine. Change low crosses to balanced. We'll work the ball into the box for the last few minutes. Play through their press. Let's give that a go for the final 10 minutes as well. And then let's just see whether we can make any changes that are going to help us just to the end of the game. Jones has not played well. I don't have any more central midfielders though. This is a real problem that we need to solve in January, is our central midfield issue, because we are lacking in that area at the moment. Yes, we've got Szoboszlai injured, but that only accounts for so much. This is not doing the job defensively either. This is where we need to get something sorted at the moment, because we're not getting it right at the moment. So I'm thinking we have what I'd like to do is this. I don't know if it works. Something like that, maybe. Keep you as a defensive midfielder. It looks crazy when you see it like that. Why not? We've been experimenting in this game. We might as well finish off trying to do a bit more experimenting in it. But we've just not been good enough in this game whatsoever. And it really concerns me ahead of the Real Madrid game. We've just not been doing enough. We don't have the changes on the bench to make. That's what really worries me. Today, we've not been good enough in runs of goal either. And that's been the thing that's been getting us out of jail. And that is a really poor result. A draw against Nottingham Forest. I don't care where they are in the table. 11th. That's not good enough. Not good enough whatsoever. I know we've just had the international break as well, but that's no excuse. And we're playing with fire because Man City also drew today. So we've got away with it. Isak, how badly is he injured? 1 to 2 days, fine. XTK now scores. Right, well, we need to go back to the drawing boards. Tactically, I think we do. It's just not working. So, what can we do that's different? Well, what we can do that's different is wingers. It'd be Salah back out wide. Isak when he's fit as the main man. And then it's either a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3. Which does help the central midfielder issue, because we'll be using less of them, which is both a blessing and a curse. So Curtis Jones can play as an attacking midfielder on the left. It's not necessarily his favourite position, but he can do it. What would he prefer to be? Definitely not his favourite position, but the inside winger when he is out there, and his crossing is good enough to do it. Let's just theorise with this for a minute. Inside winger on that side. Salah is obviously going to be an inside forward. I mean, Wirtz is going to be Wirtz. He's not going to change. And then we've got these two positions down here, where it's going to be a deep line playmaker. Did we start the season with this? I'm just trying to think. We don't think we started the season with a diamond, did we? Let's just have a quick look. Can I add in anything onto here? No, I can't. Well, let's have a look at the... Can I see what the formation was here? Let's see what the formation was that we played with. Can I say... we had... Let's try and work it out from this actually. So, Mamadashvili, Frimpong, Van Dijk, Canate, Robertson, Endo, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, Salah, Verts. No, so that was with the diamond, I think. I'm pretty sure that was with the diamonds. Right, let's go to opening game of the season against Crystal Palace. Just have a quick look. Try and work it out from this. Alisson, Frimpong, Van Dijk, Endo, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai. Yeah. No, that's definitely a diamond. Okay, that's fine. So, let's move back to something a bit more traditional for Liverpool. Diamond has worked in moments, but defensively, it's not good enough. Defensively, it just isn't good enough. So, let's try and find a balance as to where we can get it working properly. I don't really like the idea of having Salah on this side here. Let's have him do that. To be fair, Jones also doesn't like doing that either, but he's going to have to. Verts, we'll have him as a pressing central midfielder. These two can just be defensive midfielders. Whoever this is can be just a centre forward. So we're not reinventing the wheel with this at all. We don't need to be. We just need something that's going to work at this point because it's not been working. It really has not been working for the last few games. I mean, if we look at our last few results, they've not been good. I mean, okay, since we started, Villa was okay, 2-1. That was originally 5-2. But then we had the issue where we tried to look at the goal of the month and then that froze the game. We then won 3-0 at Bodo Glimt. That was fine. That wasn't bad. The Man City game has kind of ruined me a little bit. And then that draw against Nottingham Forest, just not good enough. But we keep having these moments where we just look absolutely bang average. So maybe going back to something like this is going to be the best thing to do. We've got these guys who are just going to marshal. So if we look at team instructions and just have a look at how this is going to work. So in possession, this is how we look. I think that's fine. Out of possession, much more compact. Works a lot better. Now, let's just have a look at these instructions. So dribbling, do we want to encourage dribbling? I think we go with balanced for that. Keep these as they are. Overview. I think we'll keep our tempo higher, but our passing will say that we're going to be standard directness. Attacking transition, I like as counter-attacking. I think that definitely works. Narrow is fine. I'm happy with that. Now, in the final third, what do we want to do? Encourage dribbling, or do we leave it? I think we leave it. We'll leave our patience as well for the time being. Shoots shots from distance, I think we'll leave as well. Progression, supporting runs. I think we're going to keep overlapping with the fullbacks, especially because we're playing inside wingers and forwards. And then passing into space, or do we... Let's go balanced on that one. Now, build-up strategy. Play through the press. We're good enough to do that. We were playing well when we did that as well, so let's keep with that. Tell you what, we'll do that. Mixed. Distributing quickly still, and we're still going to go to fullbacks as well. Okay. I am relatively happy with that as a change of formation. And out of possession, I think it looks quite good. The only thing I do need to make sure is everyone's going to be pressing as I want them to be. Salah is going to have to press whether he likes it or not. Jones will anyway, I think. He's a hard worker, but make sure that he is. Verts as well. Yeah, he's already pressing anyway, which is good. And Isaac will be doing it anyway, which is good. Now these guys, Endo, we'll have him as standard. McAllister, we'll have him pressing. She's fine. Okay. And the centre backs. Less often for Virgil. Very less often for both. Out of possession, I'm actually going to have Joe be a cover. These guys I want to be pressing as well. I want to make sure as well that I haven't left this on yet. I've left that on. Brilliant. Let's change that. Do it less often. Ideally want these guys getting to the byline. Do their crossing. Right. Cool. Okay. Not reinventing the wheel, but we are going back to kind of a bit more bread and butter formation there. McAllister will be there as the playmaker. We've then also got Gravenberch who can do that, and also Szoboszlai can come in and he can play in any of these positions basically. So actually this solves a lot of our problems by going back to this. It's almost like the squad was built for it, isn't it? Szoboszlai is still going to be out for this game now, which is going to be frustrating. Chiesa isn't. He is available, and again, the fact that we've reset everything does help us out a little bit. I mean, it's still not ideal with that. But what we have now got is we've got Chiesa, Gakpo can both play as wingers. Ekasike is the striker. Gravenberch can play as the attacking midfielder as well. But we've also now got Ungamoa an actual route through to the first team with the kind of formation that we've got. So potential for it to work better. Now, Gomez I'm going to take out for Konate for this next game because Konate is objectively the better defender. Just hoping that Konate can do the job. Maybe as a covering defender. Got the right abilities for it, so yeah, let's do that. I'm going to be the coverer. These two will stay where they are. Particularly Endo will stay where he is. He'll push forward. Yeah, I think that's a fairly standard formation, a fairly standard setup, but I'm quite happy with it. So let's go with it. I don't know whether I need to set it to be our trained formation. Have a look at that. That's been nearly 3 hours, this can. Normally I bring up really quickly. So I'm quite proud of that, actually. No, it doesn't look like there's anything where we need to do that like we did previously. I need to set mentoring up. I haven't even touched mentoring. I just thought I need to ask my assistant to assign these. Does that improve that? Yeah, that's improved it. That's not going to have been helping either. Really not going to have been helping. Right. Now, opposition. I mean, this is basically set up for how I would normally want to do it anyway, which makes me think that it's maybe not been done, but it's been copied. Right. We'll go in hard on Trent. That's fine. I'm not going to mark tightly those guys. We'll press harder, that's fine. We'll go on to his weaker foot as well. Going hard on Jude. And we're going to go in hard on Vinicius as well. You know what? We'll go in hard on him too. Right, we're pretty much matching them tactic for tactic. The diamond definitely has potential, but I just haven't quite got the patience to stick with it. So let's go back to something that's a bit more bread and butter for Liverpool. And let's see whether we can get a better result with this. I feel like we can. Arsenal keep winning, which is really frustrating. Okay. Let's just see what they recommend. I don't normally look at these, actually, so it's good that we're looking at it. Right. So we're recommended to look at our build-up. As possession, we're looking at high press, which is what we do anyway. And set piece preparation, attacking free kicks and defending free kicks, all is absolutely fine. I'm okay with all of that. Let's have a quick look at their scouting report as well, when it lets me. Scouting report, have a look. Lots of shots. Their midfield is excellent, essentially. What I'm gathering from that. Okay, that's fine. That's nothing that we weren't kind of expecting, really, is it? So that's okay. So Arsenal are running away with the league. I think the league is kind of gone for this season, so I think we will be having a second season here just to try and win it, but it's fine. It's not the end of the world. Right. All we can do is go for it. Advice. I don't really want to look at that just for the time being. I want to get to this game. See what we can do. It's maybe the last game of the stream. I don't know. I might do one more. See if we can win on a high. Because I don't anticipate this is going to go particularly well. I didn't rest Van Dijk. I didn't rest Pete. Oh, I didn't rest Pete. Right, well, Robertson is going to start anyway, so that's not the end of the world. I am going to start Joe Gomez instead of Van Dijk, and I'm going to swap him and Konate around. It's completely on me that I didn't do that. Do we start Curtis Jones on the wing? Or do I start Gakpo or Chiesa? Thinking Gakpo. We can do a very similar job there. Yeah, I think we do that. It is the most normal Liverpool looking starting 11 that you would ever think of, but I think we need to go back to it. I think we need to. We'll just try and get the ball as best as we can to Salah and make things happen with him. Right, let's save and let's get into it. It's an unlikely result, a win against Real Madrid, especially with the last couple of games being how they've gone, but you never know. You never know. This is a formation that Liverpool are, that Liverpool are familiar with, so let me go for it. It doesn't seem to be working, then we just go crazy again. But I mean, fairly good shape. We know McAllister can do the job. Gravenberch is there as a backup for him as well. Both can play as the attacking midfielder. So can Curtis Jones. Chiesa can come on and do either of the wings as well. And then we've got Ekitike as the backup for Isak. Actually, no. Isak's just come back from injury. That's ridiculous. Ekitike starts. And he has scored recently as well. So I've got no problem throwing him in. Right. Well, we just go for it then. Oh boy, I'm not feeling confident about this one. I think we're about to get a lesson in how to play European football. I think we're about to get absolutely schooled by them. They've got Lunin, Carvajal, Militao, Rudiger, Alaba, Valverde, Camavinga, Rodrigo, Gula, Bellingham Jr. I mean, that's a scary team. They're actually not starting Trent or Tchouaméni, which is interesting. The fact they've got Tchouaméni, Camavinga and Valverde is outrageous, by the way. Absolutely outrageous. They're starting Lunin as well, which is a bit weird. Right, so let's play that one. A bit of expectation on all of them. Right. I mean, at the moment, it's not going too badly for us. I've been very doom and gloom about this game. But at the moment, we are in that top 8. So we'll just see whether we can maintain there and move on. It'll be interesting to see how Wirtz plays, because Wirtz, we have improved with Wirtz. It'll be interesting to see how he does in a different formation. His position hasn't changed, but the players around him have, and see whether that actually affects anything. Right, Endo. Looking for the ball out wide. Rodrigo intercepts beautifully, and now here comes Vinny Jr. We are getting players back, but we need to get them to tackle Vinny. He goes over, that's okay. That's the only problem with us going forward, is we are going to leave gaps in behind that are going to be difficult to plug. Right. We have had the early kind of going so far, although possession-wise they are definitely better than us. But that's fine, because we do like to counter-attack. Right. We press them here. Continue pressing them back. Ball over to Rodrigo. Not offside. Yeah, offside, I was going to say. Not worried about that. Not worried about that at all. Right. Do we play into that? Do we play into letting them have the ball, or do we try and maintain some of it? Maybe we try and maintain some of it. Go more balanced. Okay. Right. And a bit more joy there, but then the first time that comes back, it is them in possession again with a free kick. Which is not great. Okay. Right, Militao to Carvajal. Press them, boys. Keep pressing. Come on. Those forward four need to be really pressing them. Where is Connor? He's just nowhere to be found there. He's coming so narrow. He shouldn't be doing that. He should be staying with Jude. Opportunity-wise, we've had opportunities, but we've not really done anything with them from the looks of things. Right. Ball forward. Ekitike. Gets it to Salah. Salah back to McAllister. Right. Into Bradley. On Bradley to Salah. Salah's going to run down the line here. Cutting in. As he does, Camavinga has nicked the ball off of him though, but we are going to get the ball back. Endo into Salah. Into Florian Wirtz just wide. Opportunities for us, but we're not making the most of them. I don't really want to put us on to work ball into the box. I'm going to leave that off actually, but we're not going to have long shots. And I'm actually going to change this to balanced. I'm going to put us to standard width. We're definitely having a good number of chances. And it looks like there's definitely a midfield battle out there. At the moment, it's goalkeepers and wide players who are having the better games. Bit fire and ice at the moment, which I'm not unhappy about. Not unhappy about it at all. Not many highlights in this one. Right, half time. I'm going to say we're doing well. But let's have a look. Robertson, not happy. Gakpo, Endo, TK, not happy. Everybody else, often Joe Gomez, I'll have a word with him separately. Say that too. Right. What can we do? Robertson's not been that great. Kirkers, he's not fully fit, but we could bring him on. I'm thinking about bringing Van Dijk on as well, because Gomez has not had a great game. We'll bring our starting centre-back on, and I'll bring on Kirkers. Endo's not been brilliant, but I'm going to give him a bit more of a chance. Gakpo's not been great either. I'm thinking Curtis Jones, maybe. And we get these guys further forward. Or do we change them? I'm thinking actually maybe do we go fullbacks? Just to be a bit more defensively minded with how they are. And actually, do you know what? I'm going to go back on what I was going to do. I'm going to go for these guys being standard rather than press more often. Wirtz has not been terrible. I'm quite happy with how Wirtz has been going so far. And the little bits that we've seen. Right. Second half. Go again. 3 changes. They've brought on Tchouaméni for Camavinga. Wirtz was about to intercept them, which was good. Axe1987, thank you so much for the follow. Very much appreciate it. You're joining me in a very, very tense moment with this game against Real Madrid. No, I appreciate the follow, man. Thank you. Right. Possession. Alisson, don't make a mistake. Konate, don't make a mistake. Kirkes, don't make a mistake. Right, Endo. Endo launching forward, looking for Ekitike. He's found him, you know. He's found him. He's gone for the chip. He's hit the crossbar. Oh, Real Madrid made a bit of a pig's ear of trying to do something with it, and we've got possession again. Right, Bradley to McAllister. Into Jones. Endo. Tell you what, Endo has been my MVP so far. Can you make non-league save instead? No, I'm sorry, I can't. This is the save that I'm doing. I fully appreciate that that's probably what you want to see. I'm not going to be changing my save because someone asks. I hope you understand that. This is the save that I wanted to do. Right, Bellingham coming forward for Real Madrid. Oh, Endo with a great save again. My MVP so far. Really, really happy with the work he's put in. You watch, you'll get a red card now. He's got Real Madrid goal all over it. What a save that is from Alisson. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Right. Ball in Real Madrid's half. Keep pressing them, boys. Just keep pressing. Eder Militao. Tchouaméni. Needs to get the ball off of them. Colin did well there, but he's didn't do well enough. Bellingham. Oh, that deflection could have gone really badly. Could have gone really badly, but it didn't. Right. Chance-wise, they have definitely gotten better in this half. We've done well in this game, but there we go. It's a slippery set piece as well that's done it. Right. Now what do we do? We've defended Rudiger there really, really well, but right. What can we do? I'm not necessarily thinking about defensively now. I'm thinking about offensively. What can we do? I'm going to bring Isak on because he just objectively is a better striker. Not fully fit, but that's fine. Not bothered by that. Right. Team instructions. What can we do to... we press up? We press up. Maybe we press up a bit. Try and get a bit more pressure on them. And I'm thinking maybe we go a little bit more directs. Whipped crosses. Let's go hit some early crosses as well. Just try and get in behind them. Go more directs. Up the tempo a little bit. We're still on counter-attacking anyway, so let's play into that a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. And then we've got one more change. I could make that change now, but let's give it a few more minutes. And just see if the guys can do anything. A loss against Madrid isn't the end of the world. I'm not too unhappy if we don't win this one, but I want to see a bit more of a fight. It had to be Trent as well. Had to be Trent as well. We were warned about their free kicks, and we did train against them. Being checked, it's going to be given. Why is no one out of the players that we've got covering now? Oh, that's ridiculous. That is utterly ridiculous. I need to have a look at my set pieces. If that's how that's going to be. Right. Chance going forward. If we can get a goal here, we're good enough to threaten them. Right. Isaac holding the ball up. Gets it to Florian Wirtz. Been tackled just at the last moment. Just put him off. Right. Lunin. Had the ball there. I mean, we've had more chances than them. Our XG isn't that far off of theirs, but they've just been sharper than us. I mean, they're going to be flying in their league, whereas we've been playing catch-up and having a wobble, so I'm not too surprised at this, to be honest. Right. Substitution. Burt was doing okay, but he's started to drop down, so we're going to bring on Gravenberch. We'll swap him and McAllister over. Get McAllister getting further forward. Keep him as an advanced playmaker. And then I feel like we've done the job. It's been a set piece that's done us in. In fact, it's been two set pieces that have done us in. In terms of how we've been playing, we've done the job fine today. Ratings aren't great, but we've done the job. So I'm not unhappy with that. But we just need to work out how to kind of push on the final bit. Salah forward a bit more. I mean, a consolation goal would be all I'm looking for at this point. I don't think we're going to get it. It's unfortunate because actually that first half we were playing quite well. Would we have done better with the diamond? I don't know. Oh wow, that didn't go well. Would the diamond have done better there? I don't know. Is the honest answer. I don't know. That wasn't a particularly great performance, but we are really tired at this point because we are lacking bodies. Now we've got West Ham coming up. I'm gonna have to rest people. We will play the West Ham game and then I'll see how I feel, whether we end there or not. But we do need to get some people rest quite direly. We'll rest everyone who was involved. Training, rest players. We'll do 2 days. I'm not going to do anything crazy like a team meeting yet. It's not warranted. It's really not warranted. And we've splashed the cash. I mean, not really. We've bought Hinselwood and that's it. But that's been the only one that we've done, really, that's cost us money. Real Madrid have secured the playoff spot. Good for them. Right. What can we do to make this better? That wasn't a great performance from anyone, really. The problem with Salah is he's been working as a striker, so I'm almost loath to not use him as a striker. So if we were to Stick with 2 strikers. That means we need to find somewhere for Wirtz. Does that mean we put Wirtz out wide? I don't know if I want to do that. But if we do that, have him be a playmaking winger. How does he go with that? Does he work with that? I mean, he's got everything to make that work, hasn't he? So maybe that's not a ridiculous thing to do. But then we've got this big black hole here that doesn't feel like it necessarily works. Obviously, starting wise, it is going to be Isaac. Or do we want the 3 strikers like I was threatening to do? Salah, Isaac, Gakpo. Wirtz playing just behind them. And these guys doing the dirty work here, maybe. That's a very, very, very attacking formation. And defensively, we then need to work out what to do with it. But then the last game wasn't necessarily that it was bad. It was that we got unlucky with the set pieces. But do we even need to do that? I don't think we do. We just need to work out how to get the best out of Salah. I mean, he wants to be a wide forward. Let's change him to have him be a wide forward. We'll have whoever this is on this side be an inside winger. We'll keep Wirtz there for now. If we feel the need to change him, we will. Right, so Boslai's fit again, which is good. I mean, the next game we're not going to be playing Salah anyway because he's desperately needing time off. Mamardashvili is also fit as well, which is great. So we've got the backup goalkeeper. Tell you what, let's get to the West Ham game and then we'll have a look at fitness and everything. And the West Ham game is probably going to be the final one of the stream. Right, Spurs have made another offer for Chiesa. We don't even know if we want to sell anymore, but have a quick look. 41.5, view offer. We put him up for 55, so I want to get 50 minimum. Right, see what they say to that. Right, team selection, let's have a look. So fitness wise, I've no longer got the warnings for Salah or Van Dijk, but I'm not going to start them. We're going to start with... Actually, who do we start with? Boslai can't really play there. Really, it's Chiesa or no one to play on that side. So, what does he prefer to be? We're first playing a left first of all, but he's not going to be playing on the left. He's going to be playing on the right. Wide forward, to be fair. So, okay, well, let's play him as a wide forward then. Let's go with it. Play him as a wide forward. I'll keep Gakpo on this side. Do you know what? You can play as an inside forward because he is more of a striker, like a striker winger. So we'll do that. Start Frimpong. Get him some more football. Robertson did not play well, but Kirkes did even worse. Endo was probably one of the few players who covered themselves in glory, so I'm happy to leave him. I'll bring on Gravenberch as well, give him some game time. So Boslai is actually still injured. It said he wasn't, but he is still injured, so we can't use him anyway. I'm going to take the temptation of Salah away and put Ngamoa on the bench. And the same with Van Dijk. Remove him for Leone. we'll go with that. Now, opposition, what do they want us to do? I'm not going to balance. Okay, we'll do some long shots. Focus down our left side. I don't know what that wants us to do, that's the thing. Jared Bowen. Yeah, fine. Not going to mark him. We'll tackle him now. Ward Prowse. Yeah. Not going to mark him. We'll tackle him. Roquetta. No. We'll tackle him. Bullkrug. Yes. Yes. We'll go with that. Okay. Drop a save just in case anything breaks like it did before. I feel bad saying no to the person who said, can you do a long on-league save instead? Here's the thing. I'm playing Football Manager and streaming it because I enjoy doing it, but I also enjoy playing the game myself. So in the nicest possible way, I will, if someone wants me to do something, I'll listen to it, but I guarantee I'm going to do anything with it because I want to play the game and enjoy it myself. A non-league save at this point, when I'm still getting used to the game, is not something I'm interested in. So I felt the need to clarify that, but I did for some reason. So there we go. That's the clarification. Tell you what, slight change. Let me change you to central midfielders. Keep you as that. This looks a little bit skewiff again, but just think about that kind of setup defensively that makes me feel a little bit more comfortable. So we're going to go with that. And let's see how we go. Again, the final game of the stream, which I think we can all agree has not gone particularly well. And we'll just show a bit of faith in them this time rather than expectation. Some fitness out there which isn't great, so we'll have to see how we go. A decent team, West Ham. How are they doing in the league? 4th. So yeah, I mean, this is a must win really, let's be honest. This is a must win. Away from home. See what we can do. Possession wise, they've started off quite well. First highlight is with them with the ball. The momentum is very much outside of our control at the moment. Right, big ball forward from Gomez, looking for Isaac. Couldn't win it. Need to get a bit further forward here, boys. When we're bursting forward, we need to be kind of jumping at them. Oh, Robertson with a very clumsy tackle. Soucek nearly scores for them. Nervy start from us. Very nervy start. Possession-wise, they're all over us at the moment. All over us. Right, Wan-Bissaka. What's it in? Kanate does well there. We're just struggling to kind of get out the gates here. We need to get the ball and have a sustained period of possession. And get some attacks going. Right, Alisson starts to launch it. Possession-wise, it's not good. Shooting-wise, it's not good. There's a lot not to like about this early start to this game. I mean, they're not even playing particularly well, but they're playing better than we are. But possession-wise, it started to turn a little bit. We need to do something with that possession. We've only had the one shot so far. 0 XG. Right, throw in. We'll see how this highlight goes and then we'll have a look at making some tactical tweaks. Right, Vert into Chiesa. Lovely work. Drilled across. Isaac should be scoring there. Should be scoring. It's a golden opportunity that we don't take. Again, bear in mind though, West Ham are having a good season in this save. They are 4th for a reason, so it's not necessarily going to be an easy game. Right, Chiesa. He's got the overlap of Frimpong. Goes back to Gravenberch. Verts. Frimpong. Into Verts. Verts now. Wasn't even a save. That was a shot. Poor. Very poor. But looking better. Slow start from us, but we are looking better. Right. Half an hour into the game, 0-0. We normally cross about this, but how we have been playing, this is much better. Go back to balanced with that. I could go back to short goal kicks. I don't like the fact that we've been launching it forward long. Take counter-attacking off, go to standard. Let's work the ball into the box. Quite happy with balanced crosses. Go back to pass into space. Going down the left has not done anything for us so far, so I'm going to go back to progress through middle, which is my preference. Because actually, it's not really done anything either way, so let's do that. The last 15 minutes of this half, and let's just see whether we can do any more work. We've really improved in this as the half has gone on. An injury to Alisson. Are you actually serious? Hand injury. Right, well, Mamadashvili is going to get some game time then after his injury. Okay. Throw in Robertson to take. Gakpo. And Robertson floating it in. And there's Federico Chiesa. And you know what? This might be how he stays in the side. Stays in the squad. He's going to get more game time now that we're playing with wingers. It's a great cross from Robertson. And I wouldn't have expected Chiesa to get that in with the header, but he's done a good job there. And that makes me feel a bit better. Couple more goals and I'll be even more delighted. But that narrows the gap a little bit between ourselves and Liverpool. Of course, sorry, ourselves and Arsenal. I imagine Arsenal haven't played yet. Right, Gakpo gives possession away there, which is not ideal. Not having a good game, Gakpo. Curtis Jones is going to be, I would imagine, incoming. Oh, we've let them through us there. We've just let them through us. Right. Out of possession. We're still getting stuck in and it's not doing anything. Let's invite crosses. I'm just thinking what we can do. Really, really poor. We've just let them in there. Which is very disappointing. Individuals. Centre backs, really poor. And Gakpo is coming off, so I don't want shouting at him. Isak, I need more from him. Change this back to this, but I'm actually going to have Vert stay forward. I mean, tracking back and pressing as well. Do that. Take Gakpo off for Curtis Jones, as I said. Right, so we're going to bring on Curtis Jones. Let's give him a chance and let's just see what he can do. Hopefully he can do something. I don't know. Chiesa's doing quite well. Wirtz struggling a little bit, not doing too badly. Gravenberch and Endo doing okay though, which is good to see. We've got McAllister as an offensive option who we can bring on. Ekatike as well, although again, I've got him more as the striker in my head, so I feel like he'll be if Isak doesn't improve, we'll bring him on. But I do feel like we've got more options moving to this formation, so we'll go with that. Again, we'll stick with that defensively, I think. That just feels like it makes the most sense. Yeah. I'm quite happy with that. Second half, let's go. Let's just see if we can get a winner. Focus on getting 3 points from this game. Performances will get there. Right. Possession-wise, it's definitely with us. But they are having a bit more sustained possession inside our half. We need to be controlling the game a bit more here, which we're not doing at the moment. Right. Need to be pressing them more than we currently are. Which I did change the pressing, to be fair, so that might be to do with me. Let me just make sure. This has been more of a learning stream today. Make sure these three are all pressing as we want them to be. Yeah, brilliant. And then the fullbacks, I don't think they're going to be pressing. I think they're the ones that I changed. No, I didn't actually. So he's pressing and he's going to be pressing as well, I believe. Yeah, they're pressing exactly as we want them to be. I can't remember whether you are or not. Have these guys pressing less often? And these guys are pressing all the time. They're kind of the last wall, and then they get through to these guys, who I don't think are pressing. So I might change these guys back, actually, to standard. Right, he can't because of his position. So let me change his position back, actually. Let's just see whether we can do better at winning the ball. Turning the ball over has been a real problem for us in the last few games. When the opposition have got possession, we have struggled to get it off of them. We've really struggled to get it off of them. So that's what we need to get better at. Right, back to standard. Brilliant. Just need to do a bit better with our chances as well. Let's take that down. Working the ball into the box. We're encouraging long shots. Let me take the encouraging long shots off. I've got a highlight actually with us in possession here, which has been a while. Gravenberch now. Pass into Verts. Pass into Chiesa. Oh, so close to being 2-0. 2-1 rather. Not 2-0. I wish it was 2-0. Again, I do see this as a must win at the moment. I think a draw is going to be... If I was looking at this subjectively, I'd say a draw is the fairest result. Which is quite concerning. Possession-wise, again, we're doing well. We're just struggling to progress into their half. But let me change tack. Let's try and go down the left-hand side again. Go for it. Try and go down this way. As we were recommended to. I mean, we're not doing it at all at the moment, which is great to see. Actually, it's ended up looking worse, to be honest. Right. Here we go. Robertson with the throw. Or throw in. Right, we win the header back. Isaac can't win the header though. Curtis Jones now to Gravenberch to Verts. Okay. See what we can do here. Oh. Frimpong gets lucky, gets so lucky, into Chiesa, and that is 2-1, and that is much more like it. Right. Poor game from Isaac, he's coming straight off. What time are we on? In fact, I'm going to make 2 changes. Well, 3, actually I can make 3. That's 1. Gomez has been really poor. I don't have another centre-back to bring on though, so Endo's going to move back to centre-back for Gomez. Gomez is going to come off for Hinselwood. And Jones hasn't done very well, but I can't take him off as well. I can't take Kanate off either. The defence has been really poor today. Anything else would be for fitness. I'm looking at Chiesa, but I don't want to take him off. Because he's basically the hero of the game. Right, 2-1. I'm not even doing the alerts for this game because I'm so despondent with how poorly we've played recently. I don't think we deserve it. Right, we've managed to get the ball back somehow there. I mean, I've kind of just played into us, but Hinselwood gives the ball away. Our possession, our retention of the ball has been shocking in this game. And our ability to win it back has been even worse. Like, we're pressing. Everything is set to press, and we're not pressing them. At least it feels like it anyway. And so much of the action feels like it's happened in our half. I'd love to see if there's a statistic I can find for that. It feels like the majority of the play has been in our half today. Whether we've had the ball or not, it feels like we've had the ball around here, and then when they've had the ball, it's been in our half. And we're letting them through. Ward-Prowse. Equal. Oh, that's really annoyed me. All that work to get back ahead. It's going to be given. It didn't come up with disallowed, so there's no point in that. And a must-win game, and we've drawn it. And that might cost us seconds. I don't know what else I can do here. I don't want to keep changing the tactics because that's not working. And again, it's defensive. It's defensively where we're really struggling. And now we've got an injury to Allison that we have to deal with. Fractured hand. Oh, he's going to be out for weeks, isn't he? 5 to 6. Or 4 to 5 with the specialist, which we're obviously going to be using. Oh, God. I might do one more game. Just see if we can push ourselves over the line a little bit. I'd like to end with a victory. Who's our next game against? This time... Sunderland. Okay. We'll go to that one. Purely to see if I can get a victory out of this team. Oh my word, defensively, we have just been all over the place in this video. Like, as all over the place as we could possibly be. And we need to work it out. Because if we go into the second half of the season like this, we're in massive trouble. Right, Isak needs to not start the next game. Neither can Gakpo. And that limits us quite a bit. I mean, Salah has had a bit of a rest now. He hasn't played that game, so Salah will be back in the squad. As will Virgil. I mean, the defenders in the last game had a shocker, both of them. Spring Park. To be fair, the wing-backs played okay. Mamadash really didn't, but it's his first game back, so I feel kind of sad for him. Kind of the sacrificial lamb in that game. I don't know what red means. It says light and it's in red. I'm confused. Curtis Jones. I mean, I feel bad for Curtis Jones as well because he's now playing out of position because I don't really have a player I'm that comfortable at playing out wide. I mean, let's put Chiesa back over here because he likes playing over here. And then we'll start Salah. And we're just going to have to see what happens. And we'll drop the tempo down. Final third. Dribbling. We've got a good side for dribbling, so let's do that. Patience I'm going to leave. We're going to drop that back to balanced. I'm going to take the crosses off. Go with that. Sporting runs. I mean, it's both flanks, but it's overlap rather than underlap. Progress through the middle. . want it into space as well. Why that was turned off, I don't know. Ball kicks back to being short. Right, out of possession. Not bothered about stopping crosses. Really not. On the outside. You know what? I'm not going to necessarily trap on the outside anymore. Or a quick double check of this. A high press, much higher, much more often. I think we'll go with that. We'll keep get stuck in on as well. Right. And we're still, I think, second. Right. We're letting people get into our box as well, which is really concerning. So we need to not let them, basically. Don't know if I've set training up this week properly. I just thought, no, I haven't. Right, let's quickly do that. Training 2G, that should be okay. Shouldn't need to do anything. Make sure the Leeds game. That's conversion. I'm going to change that. No, I'm going to leave that, actually. That'll stay as it is. Right. Do one more. One more. Just because I'm stubborn. And I really want to try and end on a win. It's been a rotten run of form. Considering the opposition we've been playing against for the most part as well, it's been really rotten. Sunderland have just been beaten by Bournemouth, so that makes me think we should be able to batter them. And what are they reckoning? 4-3-3 wide. Yeah, we should be able to batter them. We'll go attacking in this one as well. I'm pretty sure. No, Man City have now gone ahead of us. Now we've got a problem. We need to really push on. This has been a stressful one, I'm not going to lie, but I actually quite like this because I found in FM24 we're doing very, very well all of the time. This is quite nice to have a bit of a challenge that we have to try and overcome. I really would like to bring Harvey Elliott back. Right. Okay. We've got a bit of a war chest now because they recognise that we need help. That's one benefit, I suppose, to us not playing particularly well, is that we now have money to spend. I mean, we'll be spending that in the next stream. We won't be doing that in this one, because this is definitely going to be the last game. Right. They reckon Curtis Jones in defensive midfield, which is hilarious to me. Gakpo and Chiesa on. I mean, that leaves no room for Salah, which is hilarious. How have we got a player named in Team of the Week with such a poor performance? Right. Okay, so Chiesa will start on the left hand side. We'll have Salah starting on the right. Wirtz will continue in the middle. Actually had a decent game in the end last time. Gravenberch continues as the playmaker, although to be fair, I could fall upon McAllister. But Gravenberch was quite good. Do we change it for a bit of fitness maybe? Yeah, let's give it a go. Isak was really poor last time out. I want to give him another chance. We've got Ekatike if we feel like we need him. What? Change him to a channel forward and see if that helps anything. Might as well give a few different things a go here. Counter possession. These two are the wrong way around. Make sure they're the right way around. Change that to a centre back as well. We'll change that to standard. Virgil will change to standard as well. I think we'll keep these two as standard. Pressing, and everyone else we want to be pressing. Especially Verts. Yeah, he's not anymore. Make sure he's definitely pressing. We want Isaac pressing, which I think he'll naturally be pressing anyway. Yeah, he will be. Brilliant. And Mamadashvili, what do we want you to be doing? Want you to be not doing anything silly. Shorter passing. Don't want you dribbling. Right. Okay, this is definitely going to be the final game of the stream. Mainly because I don't think my sanity can take it. That's the honest answer. So, let's go to it. We haven't gone attacking, I've just realised. We'll maybe change that early on if we feel like we need to, but we should be more than good enough. To deal with it on positive. Right, let's go for it. Let's say that one. We'll leave it at that. Right, let's go. Have a look at the table. Where are Sunderland's? Bottom. We need to win this. There's no excusing this if we don't win. Right, straight away, let's go attacking. We are going to do that as well. We are going to go in hard on Granit Xhaka. Right, we need to be all over them. So far, we have been looking at the mini-map. Well, let's make sure we're working the ball into the box, because I feel like we'll need to on this one. Now coming forward every now and then, which is fine. I'm not against that, but how good are we at winning the ball back? There we go. That's more like it. Chiesa doing some great work there. Right, gets it into Isak, who's dropped deep. Into Florian Wirtz, gives the ball away. Isak wins it back there. I tell you what, fair play. Alexander Isak looking to get better this time. Right, Robertson into Chiesa. Chiesa going for the shot. I'm not unhappy with him doing that, to be fair, and it's been left out to go for a throw-in. In a really good position, though, for us, even though we're not with the throw. Really good position for us to try and win the ball back. Wirtz and Salah having a really good start to the game. Chiesa and Isak, to me, watching the game, have been good as well. Right. Geertruida with the throw. Robertson. Giving away a free kick. It's a yellow card for a handball, I think, of all of the things. I mean, not ideal, but it is what it is. Right, corner. Robertson's take. Pin it in. Couldn't get anyone there. Right, Robertson's still there. Into Van Dijk. Into Robertson. Van Dijk. Van Dijk just blasted it at the goalkeeper. We win another corner. We're all over them so far, which is good to see. But we need to get that goal. We've got the attacking talent to do it. Just need to relax a little bit. Right, McAllister with the free kick. It's a penalty. It is, unless it doesn't get given. It has been given as a penalty. It's been blown for a penalty. Need VAR to confirm it. They do. Right. Go 1-0 ahead here. That will make things a bit better. It's going to be Salah to take. eventually. There we go. There we go, 1-0. Feel better. I feel better with that going 1-0. But I want us to smash them. I don't want to settle for just one. I want 3 or 4 at least. If we can do that, that'd be great. We've been all over them, so it's not out of the question. It's just whether we can get the ball in the back of the net. That's going to be the thing. Right, Verts went for it. Okay, Salah. Ball out wide to Chiesa. Chiesa, lovely work from Chiesa. Looking for Verts, couldn't quite find him. Great work from him there. Tell you what, I'm actually going to change McAllister to a box-to-box playmaker. I want to get McAllister further forward. We're wasting his talents by not having him get forward. Let's do that. I don't really like the fact that Sunderland are having a bit of play here. We can put pay to that. That'd be great. Right, Salah on the ball. Gets it to Verts. Back to Salah. Frimpong. Running down the right-hand side. Isak is in the box, as is Chiesa. It's a free kick now. Dangerous position for us to have that. Basically a corner at this point. Plenty of bodies in the box, couple outside here as well. Driven. Ended up being more of a shot more than anything. Chiesa going to have a shot here, just over. Much more promising performance in this game. But I would have liked us to score more than just the one in this half. Maybe we'll get a second just before half time. I don't know, but I don't think we will at this point. Endo, though, doing some great work there. Into Isak. Over to Salah. To Frimpong. Some lovely passing here. Floats it in. He's looking for Chiesa. Can't find him. Right. Van Dijk. Halfway through the final minute. On the stroke of half time, can we get another? Big ball out to Chiesa. Chiesa gives the ball away. It's going to be a throw-in. I think that's probably going to be it for this half. We are into another minute here. Robertson goes down. Free kick. Late free kick. That's not. We're not going to get it. Okay, fine. Here's what it is. Right. We're controlling possession, which is great. We can do better, though. Chiesa, I actually think has been doing okay, but saying that he isn't, apparently. Don't know if I completely agree with that. Say those guys to that. Canate will say the same to you. That's everyone else. Will say that to, apart from Salah. I think as a centre forward, as a in possession, we're changing from a channel forward to a centre forward, and just see whether we can get a bit more out of him. McAllister's doing okay as the box-to-box playmaker. First time I'm really focusing on using that. Right. Opposition instructions, how are we doing? Quite happy to press both their centre-backs and their goalkeeper, so let's do that. Let's go for it. Second half underway. Let's look for another goal. Early goal in this half, I'd be really, really happy. Shots on target haven't been particularly great today. Shots in general have been okay, but shots on target not the best. Right, deep free kick here, McAllister. Salah. It's back to Robertson. And doing some lovely work to keep the ball here. A shot. Why did he go for the shot? He won a corner though, to be fair, so it's worked out nicely. Isak's definitely improved in this half, as has Chiesa. McAllister's looking a bit sharper as well. Right. Still no second goal. And the longer we go without a second goal, the more concerned I will be. Right, Canate's running onto the ball here. He needs to find someone with it. He's just going on a mad run here, Canate. He's our centre-back. Gives the ball away. What is he doing? What is he doing? Canate goes on a mad run. Just to point out, make fewer runs. And dribble less. Let's make sure he's on dribble less. Virgil should already be on dribble less. He's not actually. They've changed. Right. Here we go. Salah gives the ball away. Wins a throw in. So that's something. Oh, goodness me. This has been a very mixed game of emotions. Right, Robertson. Whipping the ball in, looking for Salah. Can't find him. Now here comes Sunderland's. Although, can we press the ball off of them? Endo gives away free kick. Really frustrating. Giving yellow card to Endo. Right, Chiesa's not had as much of an effect on this game as he did in the last one. Frimpong also not playing particularly well, so Bradley's going to come on. We'll bring on Ekitike. We'll change him to an inside forward, not an inside winger. Wanting to get in here and be a goal threat. I'm going to change the shape because I don't think that we're getting the best out of him. And McAllister is the main one actually, but I don't think we're getting the best out of anyway. Let's just drop them back. Don't really want both of them to be playmakers, but I feel like we... Nah, do you know what? Central midfielder for McAllister. Go with that. I feel like we'll then get these two getting further forward, and it's going to help out when we have spills. And defensively, we don't necessarily need two defensive midfielders. I've just thought I've not changed out of possession. Okay. Make sure that's changed, otherwise that'd be a bit of a disaster. Right. Come on, lads. We need to press the ball off of them and then get up the other end and score another goal. And I'll be really, really happy. Endo really should have been done for a foul there, and it should have been another yellow probably, but we've got away with it. Right, Isak. Ball forward to Mo Salah. That's got to be... It is 2-0. Finally. Finally 2-0. Taking a long, long time. Maybe 4-3-3 is the way forward. After all that. He's well onside. Well onside. Right. Corner. Robertson. Whipped in. Oh, corners are not really working so far. Right, Richardson. Richardson? Who's Richardson? Robertson. Into Salah. Another goal. There we go. Maybe the 4-3-3 is the one. After all that. Maybe it's a 4-3-3 we should have been focusing on. And it's Salah with another goal. 2 goals for him today. Is it 3 actually? Has he scored a hat-trick? No, it's not. Who got the other one? Only showing 2 goals. Oh, there we go. Now we've had the kick-off, it's updated. There we go. So 3 goals for Salah, which is great. Change him to that. I'm just looking at personnel changes at the end. Robertson will take off for Kirkes. I'm actually going to take off Isak for Gakpo. Means I can actually do that, which is fine. Make sure they're the right way around. And Got one more change to make. Jones, maybe? As Florian Wirtz. Yeah, let's do that. Because Wirtz has been decent today. Deserves a little bit of a break. There we go. Let's just see the game off. It's not a perfect performance, don't get me wrong. Although, to be fair, I say it's not a perfect performance. It's not perfect, but it's been adequate. We've just taken a while to actually get ahead and then get those two other goals. But the two goals have coincided when we've gone 4-3-3. So maybe it is the 4-3-3. Maybe that's what we need to be focusing on and building around that. And after me looking to get rid of him, maybe Chiesa is the guy to play on that other side, and maybe that is going to be a solid part of us going forward, is having him on one wing and Salah on the other. Bradley does a great job, but just the tackle has ended up slowing him down. Now we're letting them in. I'd rather us not concede a late goal. I'd like a clean sheet. The defence has been our problem. Right. Goal kick. It's a weird... Why they're set up the way they are, I don't know. But here we go. Canate now bringing the ball out of defence. We're well into injury time here. We've only got just over a minute left. Right, Ekatike back to McAllister. He's definitely benefited from coming further forward. Ball into Salah. He actually goes back to Conor Bradley. Into Salah again. He's not going to get a fourth, is he? Deflected fourth, and that is much more like it. Much more like it. I'm just going to swap these two rounds. Deflected fourth. Mohamed Salah is back. We're back. And that couldn't have come at a better time. Genuinely. 4 goals from Salah. And again, I think that 4-3-3 might be the one to go for going forward. This ended up being more of an experimental stream than I thought it was going to be, if I'm being honest. We've got another good game coming up next, Leeds United, who are currently in 16th, so that's good. We are a point behind Man City now, but only the 1 point. It is a battle for seconds because Arsenal have won every single game. So it's been one of those. So I think we go with that next time. Endo there. These two further back. Stick with Wirtz as the advanced playmaker. Stick with this as a central midfielder. Right, suspension for Robertson in the next game. Let me just quickly make that change. So I think that for in possession and out of possession, we keep it simple. We have that. I think we have these guys pressing as well. We want him pressing as well, although I will change him from a channel forward. Oh no, he's already a centre forward out of possession, that's okay. I think in possession, we keep him as a centre forward. I think we go with that. So Bosley, is he going to be back for the next game? 3 days. He might be. He might be. That feels a lot better. That feels a lot more comfortable after that game. We're still third, which is still not great, but much better performance from everyone involved. But I'm going to make a couple of changes ready for that game. Robertson isn't going to be available, so let's just make that change there. Ngamoa, can we get him on the bench? Probably not really, so we'll leave that for the time being. But you know what, actually? Let me make a bit of room and let's whack him on the bench. Right, I think we might have just cracked it. It might have taken right until the very end to do so, but I think we might have cracked it. Trying to think whether we did much with these. I think we went to work ball into the box, didn't we? We took that as discourage. Crossing style we left as balanced. Sporting runs, I think we left that because we want the overlap to be the thing we do. Progressing through the middle, passing into space. And this is all exactly how we'd have it anyway. I think that's probably what we're going to be kind of running going forward. I reckon. I think it's as good as any. I think it is as good as any. Oh, wow. That has been a stream. Been the longest one I've done in a while as well, since I've come back. But, yeah. We're going to leave it there for today. Because I don't think I can handle any more, even if I wanted to. Well, that's been fun. That has been fun. I've definitely lost my rag a few times, but it's interesting because the game is, to me, not as easy as it once was, and actually I like that. I like being challenged. But I mean, we had a 4-game run without a win today. We started off with a win against Villa, then against Bodo Glimt, then we lost against City, beat Nottingham Forest, lost against Real Madrid, drew against West Ham. I don't know if I said drew against Nottingham Forest or not, but we drew against them, we didn't beat them. Then we've just had a 4-0 win against Sunderland, which was desperately needed. So 4 games without a victory. We've settled into a victory. We've got Leeds coming up next. It is away from home, but they are a bottom half team, so hopefully we can get a result there. Fingers crossed we're over the hump now and we can move forward and we can get back to that early season form. That's the plan. Whether the plan actually comes into play or not is a complete other matter, but that is going to be it for today's video. If you've watched this either live or you've watched the replay on Twitch or the video on YouTube, then thank you so much for watching. And if you've enjoyed, as always, like, follow, subscribe, all of that wonderful stuff, because it will mean a lot to me if you do. I've been Stu, you guys have been awesome, and I will see you in the future. Cheers and bye bye for now.